Hello, everybody. This is Paul Pona. I've made some brand new updates to Human Talk as we speak, just as of a couple of minutes ago that I wanted to really quickly bring in. And I also wanted to kind of review Human Talk for those who haven't gotten it yet as well, and also go in step by step to explain what Human Talk is, what is the benefits of it, and some things like that. The cool thing is with what I'm going to be sharing with you today, it's going to be exciting actually, is I'm going to go a step further than that. And I'm also going to walk you through some of the steps. All right. So the first update that we've made, okay, super exciting stuff. So for those who are here, okay, first of all, happy to have you all here. All right. So the first update we made is we've added a prompt generator. Okay. I'll talk about what this means exactly. It's going to be awesome. Okay. It's going to be really, really, really fun. I'm actually super excited about this aspect of it. And I'm seeing all your comments too, by the way, and have some prizes and good stuff to give away. So firstly, let me share my screen right now, and then after that, I'll actually share with you this brand new features. It's actually multiple features, and also what makes Human Talk really, really unique and a lot of fun as well. Okay, so cool. All right, so let me share my screen right now here for those who are just joining in. Awesome stuff. We're gonna have a lot of cool things to share today. So let me share my screen right now. Let me present. Here we go. Let's go quickly. All right. Okay, here we go. All right. So this is the Human Talk application, which is you have two parts of it, right? Which is the text writer application, which is where you can create all kinds of content that you desire, right? Like whatever content you wish to create, you can create with this. Right now, we created this initially for where you can just type in a keyword and then you could have all kinds of content that you desire, right? We changed one thing here, and I'm going to share that basically to you. So sometimes, screen doesn't show up. So again, all right. So basically we added a new feature. You see this feature right here? I'm going to zoom this in for those who can see it right now. Okay, perfect. All right. So I'm seeing a lot of people saying the audio is getting better right now. Okay, perfect. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just officially begin then, right? So then I can basically have this, basically have some fun with you folks as well. All right. So basically, with Human Talk, right, one of the cool things is that you can create audios with different emotions and all that kind of stuff, but also you can create some really cool text, right? Content, any kind of content you can desire. But we added a brand new feature. You see this little feature that's called advanced prompts. So what would happen before, right? Let's say, for example, you do for diet tips, okay? It's like for diet tips, you click next, and then it's going to do its thing, okay? Now, what I'm going to do for comparison purposes, because people ask me this question all the time, how is this different from ChatGPT and stuff? So what I did is I actually am going to open up actually ChatGPT here. I can bring that up hopefully here. So let me actually share my screen real quick. So for comparison purposes to what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share my screen and share with you like ChatGPT as well. I have that here as well. Okay, is that cool? Okay, all right. So let's see here. All right, you should be able to sing. So I'll just type in, right, for diet tips or whatever. Okay. All right. So that the blah blah blah. It writes this thing, right? Now, what the problem is with this is there's no context and there's no clarity on what you have to kind of do, right? So I will kind of show you this as well in step by step, okay? That we can kind of walk you through the step how you can fix this because this is not going to get you results. This is what everybody's talking about, and you can go after on and on and on and waste a lot of time. So what we did, and you can look at this, right? This is what everybody's doing, right? I mean, it's a little bit better here, obviously, but let's do one thing. Let's go here, and I'll just type in the same thing. I'll just add a couple of things, how a normal person would basically do it, right? So let me actually share that with you right now. Okay, so for those of you basically who, all right, so let's see here. For those of you who are seeing like basically my audio, is my audio good right now? It should be pretty good by now, right? All right, so, okay, perfect. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, basically this is what you see normally done, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slightly change things over and I'm going to basically show you in the application the update that we've made, okay? Pretty cool. I'm super excited about this one. All right, so this is the update. You go in, and let's say, for example, I wanna sell a real product. Let's talk about a real product that I wanna do. So recently we wanted to talk about this thing where, for example, I want to write a video sales script, right? And then let's say I put like 300 word video sales script for a teeth whitening product for women with disposable income, right? Right, that's it. I'm not gonna write anything. So this is my target audience who I want to write, and then I'm gonna click on this one link, and I just check this box, okay, and I'm gonna check this box. This is the brand new update for HumanTalk. Check this box, click submit, boom. That's it. Well, look what happens. It's going to actually write a way where the AI can understand it. Okay? Does that make sense? So that means if I just see this right here, it says write a 300 word video sales script for a teeth whitening product targeted at women with disposable income, focus on the product's unique features and benefits, and emphasize the value it can bring to the customer. Use persuasive language to make the product sound appealing and desirable, and include action at the end of the call to action at the end of the script. Isn't that cool? That means basically you don't have to think what the AI will understand, because AI is AI. I mean, it's a robot, so it does not have context, right? In fact, you can do even better, right? If you don't like this, what was generated, you click it one more time, right? And then it's gonna change this time around. It's gonna make it a little bit better. You see this? Right, 300 word video sales script for a teeth whitening product targeting women with disposable income. Focus on the product's unique features and how they can achieve brighter, whiter smile, right? And call to action at the end. So now, when I click next, you see this next button on the top. If I click next, my content will be infinitely better, and it'll be very, very focused in what I wanted to achieve. Isn't that cool? So that means no need for you to sit and think, okay, what do I do? Can you do this again? Can you do this again? Look at this, voiceover. So this is something that you can use in the HumanTalk application, because when you go to create audio, and let's say you like Davis and you liked Davis Hopeful audio here, right? And then you want to basically use this audio, as you can see here. And then you can basically copy this voiceover as is, right? And then now you can start using this right out of the gate. Now, in the chat box, give me some examples here, because then I can create this audio here, and then I can click next, and then I give it a name, right? So basically this is the teeth whitening product, right? Teeth whitening product for women. And by the time I'm even writing it, automatically the voice is going to be generated. So basically, this is the beauty here. You see this? And it's going to get done, and you can use this for the voice generation aspect of HumanTalk as well. So now, what I kind of wanted to show you is give me some examples in the chat box, right? Because I'm seeing a lot of people saying questions. That's great. That's great. That's nice. Yeah, I'm saying like you wouldn't have to get ChatGPT and buy prompts for it. Yeah, absolutely. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, this is awesome. It's cool. All right, now let me go a little bit step further, because this is just the beginning. I mean, this is the most advanced thing anybody has ever built, because it opens up a canvas for you where you can do whatever you want, right? So I'm just gonna refresh this page, go back to the main thing. Like you can go to home, go to this text, which is part of HumanTalk, by the way. And give me some examples. What do you want me to write? Like I'll do it in real time, because I want to make sure that people who are live here can enjoy. Give me some basically some ideas where you wanted me to type it in, and we'll all enjoy, right? Now the cool thing is, okay, right? Okay, I'm seeing micro video marketing solutions. I'm seeing dog training. Okay, so let's go at dog training, right? Because it's the age-old dog training. All right. So one of the things with dog training is there's many sub niches behind dog training, right? So I am writing a short ebook on dog training, right? Write me the first page of the book that will captivate people's attention for dog lovers with disposable income. That's it. So meaning I'm telling the AI what I want it to do, right? That's it. Basically, this is what I want. Do that for me. Now, normally you would do this. It'll just write like an article. Now you click on this advanced prompt mode. Click submit. It's actually going to give the AI the instructions that it needs to do to actually create this. Okay. So now you see this, and I can add things to here. By the way, okay, I can make things like focus on unique benefits of the book. And I can help readers achieve their goals, including if they just got a puppy 1 week for example. You can add some points like this, right? And then click next. And now what's going to happen is the AI is going to know exactly what you're looking for without even having to type anything. Is that cool, right? And is that cool or what, right? And that way, what's going to happen is just says, welcome to the world of dog training. Whether you're a first-time dog owner or seasoned pro, this book is designed to help you to get the most out of your relationship with your pup. Imagine the joy of watching your pup learn new tricks, respond to commands, and become the well-behaved companion you've always wanted. With the right training, you can make this dream a reality. Isn't that cool? And then now you can just take this and you can just select this whole thing, right-click copy, and then you can go back to HumanTalk, and now you can create a voiceover off of it with emotions, or you can create a spokesperson here, whatever you want with it without even having to basically, if I like this guy, I can do it. If I like Aaron, for example, I can do it like Aaron, I'll go copy and paste this, and now I have my own script that I can create, and I can create content in audio format or even videos for this and all that kind of good stuff, right? Is that cool? All right. Excellent. All right, so for those of you having any audio issues that you're seeing with me, for sometimes there's internet static, so that can cause some issues sometimes. Okay, so just something to watch out for. Okay, now another thing as well that I'm seeing in the comment section, which I wanted to kind of address as well for those who are just joining in, is basically I'm seeing some other questions as well. Okay, perfect. All right, this technology is mind-blowing. All right, okay, awesome. All right, so let me adjust my mic here. So for those who are in here, excellent. And I'm gonna basically add this in here. All right, excellent. All right, so basically what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show you a couple other things. So I'm seeing a lot of people posting some things. Now, if you haven't gotten HumanTalk, you want to get it. So this is the link as well that you can use. Okay, so this is the link that you can use. This is the bottom I put in HumanTalk.io/yes. We have a special deal where you're running for a short period of time that you can get in before it's too late. Okay, now the other thing. Okay, so look at this, right? Somebody says you're not real or whatever. Okay, so check this out. This is actually live, okay? And this is what I'm doing right in front of your eyes, okay? So now the other one that I'm seeing here is keto fat burning. Andrew has asked for. Let's do that right here. It's a brand new feature. Nobody else has access to it. Okay, pretty cool. All right, so what we can do, okay? I'm fully live right now, real time, fully live, right? Check this out, right? Check this out. And you can do this, all right? And you can type in, for example, keto fat burning, okay? Keto fat burning, okay? Keto fat burning. And this is basically what is it that you're trying to achieve. So are you writing a book? Are you trying to write a sales script or whatever it is? So what we can say is teach, okay? We can do this, teach people, right? Teach people who have no idea about keto fat burning in a short 1-minute video script why it's important for them to use it. Okay, I'm just saying what is the goal. I want a video script or audio script or whatever you want to do. Click on the advanced prompt, click submit. It's going to generate me that prompt. And you can use this across different platforms like ChatGPT if you want. This one, our system is even more recent, much more better off, obviously. So what you can do is you see this. I can take this, right? And then I can do it. And you can go a bit more advanced than what I just did. I'm just showing it to you right out of the gate. Now you can click next. Automatically, it's going to generate that content without you having to think who it is you're writing for, what the AI needs to understand, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, is that cool? Okay, I'm seeing some people ask me, where's that link? Okay, here you go. This is the link. Okay, you see that? That is the link, as you can see here, right? Pretty cool, right? You see this voiceover opening shot of a person walking on a beach, enjoying the outdoors. Are you looking for a way to burn fat and lose weight? The keto diet may be the answer. Cut to the person cooking in the kitchen. The keto diet is a high-fat, low-carb diet that focuses on eating healthy fats, proteins, and vegetables, blah, blah, blah. Cut to the person exercising. You give this to a video editor or even folks who have our video applications, right? Then you can just basically immediately start creating this. And even you can even create this with chapters. Okay, so I'll show you how this could work with our audio HumanTalk system. Okay, so how you can do this is, are you looking for a way to burn fat and lose weight, right? And you see how it says cut to the person cooking in the kitchen. So you could have two different people doing that voiceover. So I could do it like this, where I can go in and I go to create audio in HumanTalk, and then I can go in and I can do something like this, right? So for example, I go here, Jason is excited, and he puts this, and Jason would create the first part of that script, right? Like what I just did right now. I'll go next, and then I'll give it a name, which is basically the script here, right? So which is basically opening shot, right? And then I can name that as the opening shot audio, and then I'll put this one here, and then I'll click save. And then what I can do is the next part I can have somebody else. The keto diet is a high fat, and this is a person cooking in the kitchen, so maybe they'd want to talk a little bit more personally, right? So what we could do is maybe it will be Jane here, right? She's cooking, she's talking, let's say, for example, whoever, it doesn't really matter. And then basically she is cheerful, right? She's super happy. And then we'll go next, and then we can copy and paste this, and then click here. And then what we can do, and we can keep going this way, right? So we can Jane, right? Cooking and talking, let's say, for example. And then click next. And we can merge both of them. So what we can do is we can click check box here, and you can also order them, by the way, however you want it. So basically you can do this, and you can click combine. And then basically you can say Jane and, right? You can do Jane and, for example, Jason cooking keto, right? And then you can do basically videos. Name it something, whatever you want, combine. And then now this becomes that project where you can download it, and it's a combined project now. So you can have two people talking with each other. There's a natural pause. Your videos will look amazing, right? Your audios will look amazing. You're creating audiobooks, it'll look amazing, right? So this is what you can do. Give me some other niches. Let's make it fun, right? Because I want to do real time, so that it's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be a lot of cool things, right? Now, the other question is, okay, okay, it's a good question. So James was asking, why are they WAV instead of MP3? So WAV files are generally more higher quality. So what we're doing slowly is that we're going to make it such that depending on what your goal will be, you can directly make everything MP3 or everything WAV file. But most likely we're going to stick with MP3 in a way, but WAV files are higher quality. They're a lot more difficult to actually download and stuff like that, okay? Now, another question is basically, okay, and this is a pretty good question. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Good. Looks good with the advanced prompt. Okay, nice. All right. So now the other question is basically, which I want you to type in, okay, and basically what niches you want to do. But the thing is, and this is something that I've seen again and again across the board, okay, is that when you're trying to create something, right, you have to make sure, and this is very important, by the way, when you're creating something brand new or you're doing something unique and that sort of thing, you have to make sure that when the AI, right, the system, how it works is you have this big AI brain, it has to understand exactly what you're trying to achieve, right? Oftentimes, when you're talking about optimizing this for marketing, what we did is our content generation system is not just an audio voiceover generator or whatever. We also have the content generation system. The problem is people oftentimes, they need to have clarity on what they want, right? And people always just generically have fun with something, and then it's not that going to get you the great results. So for example, what I mean by that is somebody would go in and then they will say something along the lines of, in a real life scenario, right? I'll go to this example. We'll just say something like, want to create script for chiropractor to get him more leads. Something generic like this, right? Or create first chiropractor company, right? That problem with something like this is when you go next, this is the thing with prompts, right? You need to give the right content to get the right result. I'll show you an example of this. It's not going to be as clear as what needs to be, right? The end result has to make a lot more sense. So what I want you to understand is the whole app has been optimized to ensure that you get great results. Okay, is that cool? So that way, and I'm leaving the link here in the bottom that you can get it as well, by the way. Okay, so so you can get some fun. Okay, did you see this? Creating a script for chiropractor, blah blah blah. Once you have developed the content for script, it's like very generic, right? What we can do on the other hand is you got to figure out who your target market is. Okay, let's talk about a chiropractor. Why would somebody want to go to a chiropractor? They want to get adjustment for their back pain, neck pain, or whatever, right? So create, okay, videos script, okay, for a chiropractor catering to athletes with injury. Okay, write the best, okay, convincing video script in the world. I'm just making it up, right? This is the basic, like, it's just something I'll just click on this, submit. When you do the advanced prompt, it's not just gonna say what you and I are talking. It's gonna actually write a lot more persuasive things, and then you don't have to, you can change things over to here, by the way, okay? So you can say, for example, right, catering athletes with injury, right? Or you can say describe the benefits of chiropractic and how it can help athletes recover from injuries and improve their performance, right? And we can even say, for example, let's say they're catering to athletes who play, for example, football, right? Playing football, right? So let's say we add that. If you want to add that, you have that little bit of customization in here. Click next, and automatically it's going to generate the content. So there's no need for you to use 10 applications and waste your time. There's no need for you to go and spend tons of time, energy, and resources, right? That's why I'm doing everything live, right, in real time. So this is the beauty here. You see this? Okay, so you see this. Video opens with a shot of a football field. Interesting. Then football is a tough sport. It takes a lot of skill and dedication to be at the top of your game, but even the best athletes can suffer from injuries, right? Then it says cut to a shot of a chiropractor treating a patient. Voiceover. That's why so many athletes turn to chiropractic care. Chiropractic care is the natural, non-invasive form of treatment that helps athletes recover from injuries and improve their performance, right? And then voiceover. Take, for example, NFL quarterback Tom Brady. Brady has been using chiropractic for years to help him stay in peak physical condition and perform at his best. Chiropractic care is the best option for athletes with injury. Now, you see this, before you had to have like a copywriter write this whole script, right? And then, take days to create it. Now you can do this just in front of your eyes, right? You see that? So beauty is you can make it do anything you want. So for example, let me write it even better. Let's go a step further, okay? And let's say, for example, in a real life scenario, I was doing this actually, right? Give me an executive summary on why I should invest, right? I'm doing it in both ways, right? In basically, let's say for example, Facebook stock, okay, rather than YouTube stock, okay, to present to a hedge fund manager, whatever, who has who basically I'm gonna make it fun, okay? Who hates me, okay? My job is on the line. All right, so pretty cool. So now let's just put this, right? So now what's gonna do is it's gonna tell the AI exactly, basically. I'm gonna change the YouTube stock, because you see what it is YouTube is not a stock, right? Google owns YouTube, so I'll just say over Google stock, okay? Okay, so basically, so if you're making mistakes, you can fix that, and then click next. So now you're gonna see what it's gonna do. It's gonna do an executive summary specifically for a hedge fund manager, and you don't have to write a bunch of things. Okay, what did I say? Correct this. Write it in a friendly tone. It does all the work for you. Does that make sense? And then now you see this executive summary for comparison: financial performance, market share, competitive advantage of investing in Facebook stock over Google stock for a hedge fund manager, right? Facebook also has a number of competitive advantages, blah, blah, blah. In conclusion, investing in Facebook more attractive option for hedge fund manager, right? In Google stock, right? And you can even go a step further, by the way, and you can do it in such a way where why is Facebook stock better than Google stock? I want to basically create a YouTube viral video on this, right? That will get lots of views, right? Just say it like this, and then you can do it like say something like show calculation, right? And just basic stuff, not even complicated, right? So now what it's going to do is it's going to write it in a way that the AI will understand it. Okay, so I'll just you don't have to copy. You can change things over if you want. Basically, and click next. It's much better than ChatGPT now, because the ChatGPT you have to go through hours and hours and hours to get what you want. Here, the AI has been pre-programmed to get you what you want. Okay, so now you can use this in our own video applications. Like let's say, for example, you can use our HumanTalk application, right? So I can basically go to any of one of our applications. I can go to let's go here, HumanTalk.io, right? And then I can go into create video. You can choose any one of these spokespersons here for our HumanTalk or video technology, right? For the most that you already have HumanTalk, and you can paste this in the script here, right? So for example, right? And you can create videos parallel, right? And you can copy this, and then you can paste this. Or alternatively, you can even create the audio. You can download the audio, and you can upload it into import audio in this section here of HumanTalk. Because I'm seeing some people saying, can I create videos with this? Yes, you can, right? So that's the beauty here, okay? And which is also really good. And another question is, when will advanced prompt go live? It's already live in your account. That's why I was saying it's a free update. So basically, you go to home and you just do hard refresh, okay? So in with Windows, it'll be Control F5. And with Mac, it'll be, I believe, Command refresh or Command R or something like that. You know what a refresh is in Mac, right? For those who use Mac, I use Mac, but I keep forgetting. Okay, so I think Command Shift R or something like that. Okay, all right. Anyways, so it's available. The main thing is it's going to show up like this in the bottom. Okay, advanced prompt mode. Okay, so it's already available in your account. That's what I was saying. It's so exciting. It's a brand new feature, and it's super exciting. Okay. Can you demo how to do a top 5 video, Paul? Excellent. Good question. So right now, a lot of traction is on short form content, whether it's short form audio clips, short form video clips, short form everything. So how we want to do this, let's say you want to create a top 5 video, like I'm guessing what you're saying is 2 parts of the question I'm thinking, right? So top 5 video would be a video that'll go viral, or a top 5 could be top 5 things that you would need, or top 5, I think, refrigerators in the market or something like that. I'll just assume you meant the most viral video. Okay, so how you could do this is you could say, okay, I want to oh, you don't have to say I want. You can say I want to create top 5 or we can say viral video on, we need a topic, right? So let's say our topic is say, for example, electronics. Okay, market. Okay, I want to create a top 5 viral, so need it to go viral really badly. Right, and then you click next. Okay, so you can now you can basically do this. It's basic. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, now you can basically do it. So you see how it says create a 5-minute video. You didn't understand what top 5 meant. This is why I was saying you want to change some things if you want. So what you could do is basically you can change this over slightly. So you can instead of a 5-minute video, you can say best 5 best, okay, and best products, right, and the latest trend. So you can make some changes to it. That's the beauty here. And then now it'll generate me the script or whatever it is that I want. Okay, so that'll be a real help. That's what live is. Nobody shows this to you. Okay, now let me know in the chat box, right? Who does this? Like, who actually shows their application real time with real examples where you can actually have me ask something and I can actually do it right in front of your eyes and actually show it and show you the results of an application, because I'm actually super confident that this is the best application you'll get, right, all year round. And it's a lot of value packed into it, simply because now you can even create emotional videos. I'll show you some demos of the emotional audios and stuff like that you can create in the application. So that's going to be pretty awesome as well. Okay, excellent. All right. Here we go. All right, so let me while I'm doing this, I want to play. Some people are asking me, can you show me the demos of how this thing looks like, right? How basically these narrations will look like. So I'll just play that over to you, okay, so that you can see it, how the quality looks like, basically. Okay, so hear it out. Okay,
I got a promotion at my job today. I am so thrilled and excited for my new role and all the responsibilities that come with it. I can't wait to share this news with my wife and friends and take them out for a nice dinner to celebrate.
I am really hopeful, excited, and also scared about my first pregnancy. After hearing so many stories from my friends about their journey from conceiving to hearing the first heartbeat and how it changed their life, I am looking forward to experiencing all the magical moments. I know my husband will be supportive and a good father. I am really hopeful that it will all turn out okay.
Attention everyone! Sorry for shouting, but there are a lot of people in here, and it seems to be the only way to grab your attention. The train leaving to Berlin at 7:30 p.m. has been cancelled due to inclement weather. Please approach the booking desk to find an alternative route for your journey. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Stuck on a deserted road in an unfamiliar town in pitch darkness was terrifying. Every muscle in my body and face began to quiver, my eyes shifted from side to scan the surroundings. My heart started to pace. After being stranded in the middle of nowhere, I was lucky to find a long car and hitchhike back to the city. It was an eerie experience.
Finally, the kids are asleep. Keep your voice on the down low. It took me a while to put them to bed. Jack was a bundle of energy today. He had so much to say and was running around the house and played in the backyard. Sarah was busy with her crafts. She really enjoyed the new puzzles we got her for Christmas.
I am really sad to part with all of my friends from college. The journey has come to an end. All the years of friendships, memories, and stories will remain in my heart forever. One journey ends and another begins. I am really looking forward to starting my job in a new town and making some new friendships.
A friendly smile can lighten up any room. People in my life always said I had a great smile, but I was surprised to know that smiling has some health benefits too. I read an article online today that mentioned that smiling can boost mood, reduce blood pressure, alleviate pain, and strengthen the immune system. So don't forget to smile.
Hello, my name is Arya. I am one of the voice options available inside HumanTalk. You can pick me as your spokesperson for any project. I can speak in a variety of emotions and convey your message to your audience in a fun and engaging way. Finally, the kids are asleep. Keep your voice on the down low. It took me a while to put them to bed. Jack was a bundle of energy today. He had so much to say and was running around the house and played in the backyard. Sarah was busy with her crafts. She really enjoyed the new puzzles we got her for Christmas. Stuck on a deserted road in an unfamiliar town in pitch darkness was terrifying. Every muscle in my body and face began to quiver. My eyes shifted from side to scan the surroundings. My heart started to pace. After being stranded in the middle of nowhere for almost an hour, I was lucky to find a friendly face and hitchhike back to the city. It was an eerie experience.
I am really sad to part with all of my friends from town. The journey has come to an end. All the years of friendships, memories, and stories will remain in my heart forever. One journey ends and another begins. I am really looking forward to starting my job in a new town and building a new life. I will miss all the wonderful people dearly. Yay! I got a promotion at my job today. I am so thrilled and excited for my new role and all the responsibilities that come with it. I can't wait to share this news with my husband and friends and take them out for a nice dinner to celebrate.
Yay! I got a promotion at my job today. I am so thrilled and excited for my new role and all the responsibilities that come with it. I can't wait to share this news with my wife and friends and take them out for a nice dinner to celebrate.
Attention everyone! Sorry for shouting, but there are a lot of people in here, and it seems to be the only way to grab your attention. The train leaving to Berlin at 7:30 p.m. has been cancelled due to inclement weather. Please approach the booking desk to find an alternative route for your journey. We apologize for the inconvenience.
So isn't that cool, folks? So super, super fun, right? Super awesome. I'm sure you're getting a lot of ideas, and you should be able to hear me now, hopefully a little bit better. All right. So I want to actually show you one other thing here. So basically, one of the requests that was made actually was when you go to my audios, you wanted to rank things. So that's being worked on. It should be done by, I think, a day or two from now. So by the time you're watching this later, maybe you actually have it up already in the application. So now you can rank them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now, how it works is as an automated system. So basically, if I check this one first, this one second, this one third, it'll do them in order. So for example, I can even do it like this. Say for example, I pick opening shot 1, and then I put, let's say I search for 2, and then I selected 2. It's going to select it based upon that, okay? Or you can even do, say for example, like this, where you can say for example, Jane, and I can do all Janes like this, like search, and then I can do it this way too. So we're going to do a ranking system. It's going to be done in a couple of days or so. That's also another update coming up soon in HumanTalk, because I know a lot of people are asking me. We want to make sure that's the best application in the market. One of the questions that was asked, I think, basically was, but are there any OTOs? So for example, you get it on that link that you see there right now. Basically, you're gonna get our special deal, which includes everything. You get unlimited access to it, all that kind of good stuff. So it's a special deal that we are doing, right? And yes, we're doing our very best to make it the best application in the market. In fact, there's nothing even close. And I just want to add one quick thing, because I know I get this quite a bit, and a lot of people always ask me this question. Okay, and the basic question that people always ask me all the time, right? And I've seen this again and again and again, is basically you want to make sure, okay? You want to make sure that you are actually paying attention to some of the latest trends. So let me show you an example of what I mean by that, okay? So that you can actually, get some cool things. So before I do that, just let me show you one cool thing. So I'm seeing some people ask me this question. So let me actually, so can you hear me right now? Well, just let me know in the chat box. You can hear me okay? All right, excellent. So basically, let's do that right now. So I'm seeing a lot of people saying yes. Oh, okay. All right, excellent. So basically, what we should do is you need to find out who you're writing whatever you're doing. So whatever task it is that you're doing. Okay, is that cool? So basically, some ideas. Okay, and I'm seeing some people asking me these ideas and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, okay, what you need to do. So as an example, one of the questions that people were asking is specifically how do we move things around and stuff like that. Let me show you that. Let me actually show you this. And by the way, while I'm doing it, I just want to show you some of the other cool things that we did actually. So let me actually play this one. It's going to be fun. All right. Okay. All right. Quick introduction video for our AI prompts are where they work simply with the fish, because longer term it's going to be much more easier, but I'm also going to give you the fish as well so that it's fast and simple to do. Now the advantage of using some of our technologies out there like HumanTalk or any other applications of ours that you own, or any other AI application that you have out there, because I'm going to do it in a sense that no matter what you have access to, you can take advantage of this. And I'm going to talk to you in a sense where you can actually quickly get up and running, all right? So I have this trusty whiteboard right now, and I'm going to walk you through the entire step-by-step process of what we are trying to achieve with a prompt. So think of it where AI, if you're just getting started with prompts, you have this big brain, okay? Let's just put this as the brain, okay? This is where basically what we like to call in the AI space is a large language model, or in short form LLM. So this is where it's read every single book that's ever been written. It's written every single Wikipedia post that's ever been posted. Imagine all these things. It has this in this brain. Okay. So now what your job is to retrieve from that brain the right kind of input, right? And output in this case. So you would want to give it the right kind of input. So let's say you give it the right kind of input, right? You give the right kind of input to get the right kind of output, okay? This is how you have to understand it. So in a nutshell, what happens is, let's say we're trying to generate an article or sales copy or whatever it might be. What we have to understand, and in simpler terms here, is that the more detailed this is, the more likely you're gonna get the results that you want to get, and the more human-like it will be. Okay, so in other words, there's two ways to do something, right? Let's say, for example, I want this AI to write something, right? Like, let's just do some simple math here, right? So I want this AI, I'll make a note here for you. So there's two options, right? So let's just do that right here so that you can understand it. So one thing is we want, let's say, 5 diet secrets, right? For keto, right? Or for people with diabetes or whatever, right? This is one way people write it. Let's say write a 200-word article on keto diet benefits, right? Something like this. This is your generic thing, right? That's what people write it. What I want to explain to you is that is the old way of doing things, and that doesn't work that well. What you have to do is go a little bit deeper, okay? And I'll simplify this for you as we go along. We'll automate this for you to an extent and all that. The other way to do this, okay, is you're gonna do it where it's like this. You are a fitness trainer with experience in losing weight for your clients, specializing in ketogenic diet. I want you to write me a 200-word article with a professional feel and authoritative language to show that the person reading this needs to take action quickly to lose weight. Something like this, right? This is the prompt that you would give. This will be infinitely more powerful, like this one right here, than this one, right? So now, how do we build this? That is what the AI prompts course will be all about, okay? Now, I'm going to try to simplify this. I'm going to automate this process for you and that sort of thing as we go along. But okay, so just to simplify a couple of things, people are asking me, so I'm going to do that again, is basically asking me what's the point of the prompt. So the idea with prompts, okay, so for those of you who are not familiar, the idea with prompts is we try to basically go in depth on certain things and actually talk about those prompts in a step-by-step fashion, okay? So how we do prompts, right? One of the biggest mistakes people have is they think of it like a fun thing rather than something that is results-oriented, okay? So that's what we're gonna solve today, step by step, because before I show you and complete that prompts thing that I was trying to explain to you, okay? Because very, very important that you understand that, okay? Because one of the secrets is that this quick introduction, just ask a generic question, you're going to get a generic answer. You get a more detailed question, you're going to get a detailed answer. So this is what prompts are all about, okay? This is what we're going to be focusing on in this training. Now, the way I structured this training is I want to do it live so that they are basically positioned so that you can join in and have any questions that you have answered on these. And also the way I position this is that we're going to be going live in our Facebook group as well. And of course, I'll post the replays for this as well into the Google Docs so that you can actually follow along and stuff like that. Any checklists and things like that will be posted there as well. Now, this is a primer video because I want you to understand how a prompt looks like, how it's structured and all that. Now, I've been able to successfully do it in such a way where I've gotten results that were substantially better than the average copywriter, the average marketer, the average whoever it might be. And the reason why I've been able to get that kind of a result and that kind of basically which I'm going to show you in just a second as we go along, is that when you give it the right kind of a prompt, you're going to get the right kind of a result. And the beauty is, the more you understand it, the more you're going to be positioned for the future. So what's happening here? And I'll explain that, because you got to understand the fundamentals, right? AI is going to replace a graphic designer, a copywriter, for somebody who's actually doing a lot of agency work out there, like SEO, article writing. They're going to replace a lot of the jobs out there, right? So even programmers, by the way, will be replaced by AI. So what it's going to mean is that you have these models which are basically, they can do coding, the AI can do everything you can imagine, right? And so because of that, what you have to understand is that we're going to have this new profession that's going to get formed, okay? It is called the prompt engineer, okay? It's called a prompt engineer. Now, you don't need to be a coder or a programmer or gone to university to study engineering or whatever. The idea is, with a prompt engineer, what we're trying to do here is basically we are trying to position you, okay, to be an expert, to get this brainless brain right here to actually provide inputs. So in other words, instead of me going in and sit in front of the keyboard and coding, right, I can tell it, this is the problem, right? And I got to explain the problem, and that's what prompts is. And then give me a solution to that problem, right? That is what prompt engineering is. So here's what I want. Here's what I want you to basically solve for me. That is basically what it is. So you got to think of yourself, let's say, for example, as a director of a movie, right? You want to bring all the pieces together. So you want to get a script writer, you want to get a screenplay writer, you want to get all these people together, right? You got to think of yourself like that. When you think of yourself like that, you can become a much better prompt engineer, and then you're going to be positioned to succeed a lot more than anybody else. Similarly, what you have to understand is that with prompt engineering, once you understand the concept and the understanding thing, you can do it for text to image, text to article generation, copywriting. You can do it for anything. So in other words, you could be, for instance, a designer, right? Like you could, just because of, without even doing a single design, you can be a designer. You could be, for example, a coder, right? You could be, for example, you can do HTML, CSS, even if you have no clue what that is, right? You could even, for example, be a copywriter now. Okay, you can write copy, and basically now, because of how you can instruct it to basically give you the result that you want. The secret though is how you instruct it, okay? That's what we're going to be talking about step by step. I'm going to give you some ideas, some setups, and I'm going to give you some things that you can copy and paste as well. But if you want to be positioned for the future, understand that the goal of prompt engineering is to give it context, okay? This word context is the most important thing that you will learn when it comes to prompt engineering. It's like this. If I go to a party, there's 100 people, there's talking, there's a lot of loud music, and then I jump in midway into the conversation and I say, hey, can you explain to me some strategies on how to lose weight? Let's say, for example. There's no context. They're talking about some other topic and you jumped in, and then now you're talking about, by the time people even understand that and get back to you, you're gonna basically not get the right kind of an answer, right? The same thing though, let's change it the other way around. Same party, right? Now you are in there and you're listening in to all the conversations. Now you jump in, and that conversation, you give an basically something with contextual to that conversation. Let's say they're talking about what is the best place to travel in the world, right? And what is it the best place to travel when you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, whether you're male or female, whether you're a solo traveler or a family traveler, right? Now you give it a specific context to that discussion, saying, hey, for example, I'm married, I have 2 kids. What do I do to take my family on a vacation? What are some good spots to go? Now you're going to get the right kind of answer, because the people there understand the context and the flow is more natural, right? Similarly, AI works the same way, where you just butt in and you say, just give me 10 lines of text, or just give me 5 things here. It's not going to get you the right kind of results, because it's just going to make an educated guess with what it thinks you're asking for, right? What you have to think of it is, you're giving instructions to a 10-year-old child, and basically explain exactly what you want, but that child is a genius who has all the knowledge of everything, of all the information ever written, and basically in terms of Wikipedia, in terms of articles and all that, maybe he's not going to be super accurate in every answer, but in most cases, right, most cases like coding, in most cases like, for example, for instance, problem solving, right, like say I have this problem, how do I solve it, okay, math and some things like that, right, designing, copywriting, it's going to give you the right kind of answers. Now, it may not be the best historian. It might not be the best, for example, political consultant with opinions. It's about actually getting you the results. So this is what I want you to understand. Remove politics and other things out of the way, and this is going to help you a lot more in getting the right kind of results. Because this is the reason why people have this AI is controversial. It's giving me wrong information. It's giving me this, giving that. It's because they're purposely giving it opinionated questions to ask, right? They're going to say which political party is more fair towards X demographic, or which political party is gonna basically help me get less taxes, or something like that, right? It's not gonna be the right kind, because it's opinionated, right? There's no yes or no answer. But in the case of, hey, my problem is right now I have an issue where, for example, I'm trying to write a copy, like a sales copy or an ad or something like a video sales script for this market. Let's say, for example, the market is ketogenic diet, or let's say weight loss, or let's say even, for example, the market is service sector like dentists, chiropractors, right? Can you help me out in basically catering to this customer base? Let's say the customer base in this case for that chiropractor is athletes, let's say, right? Well, for an athlete who is 30 years old, who is wanting to basically rehabilitate from an injury, can you give me a sales copy for that? It's going to give you a right answer, right? Because it knows, it studied every single marketing copy or campaign out there. It gets better and better with time, okay? So this is what we're going to be talking about. So what you're going to see is right underneath this video, there'll be a
The voices you hear in this video are generated by the latest advancements in AI voice technology. Artificial intelligence is getting better every day, and now with HumanTalk you can leverage multiple groundbreaking technologies under one roof. Don't take my word for it, everyone is talking about AI and how it can simplify our life and maximize productivity in business. With HumanTalk you get access to multiple groundbreaking technologies, including a high-quality neural text-to-speech voice generator featuring 800 male and female realistic neural voices in all popular languages and accents. An AI-powered emotion-enabled voice creator to add life to your audio and take your sales and conversions to the next level. An unlimited AI content writer to generate full-length articles and content on any topic without writing a single word yourself using just a keyword. A powerful content spinner to rewrite old scripts and turn them into fresh readable content using next-generation artificial intelligence. And a full-feature content summarizer to automatically turn large articles into bite-sized readable content that is easy to consume. This is all possible with the click of a button using HumanTalk. Everything you need to create unique content, produce compelling voiceovers, and create iconic marketing messages and educational media is included. HumanTalk is the first app in the market to feature a huge library of over 800 premium male and female neural voices. This is the largest collection of voices seen in any one app. And for the first time ever, you also get access to next-generation premium AI voices with emotions. Create voiceovers in the perfect pitch, tone, articulation, and emphasis to match your marketing message. You can have me and my friends infuse life into your audio and speak in a variety of emotions, mood, and tone based on your script. Here are some examples. Based on your script, I can be really sad and express my inner emotions. Or open up my vocal cords and shout at the top of my lungs.
Or keep it on the down low and whisper your message to your audience.
I can also act terrified while reading your message. Or just be hopeful and excited to bring life into your voiceovers. Anything you write can now be turned into a fun and engaging voice with the hundreds of AI voice actors available inside HumanTalk. Generate voiceovers in a variety of emotions including professional, excited, hopeful, friendly, unfriendly, terrified, shouting, or a whispering tone. Finally, voices generated by artificial intelligence can now mimic human tone and pitch to evoke emotions and take your marketing and audio-visual campaigns to the next level. Get access to everything including the premium emotion-enabled voices inside your account at no extra cost. And for absolute ease of use, you can sort the voices within the app based on project type, language, age, gender, or emotion to find the perfect voice that suits your needs. There is no other app in the market available with so much value packed into one package. You get everything for an affordable price you see below. Want to see some voice demos? Here are some examples of the realistic voice options included inside HumanTalk.
Get started in 3 easy steps. No technical experience is needed. Step 1. Generate long-length script on any topic with a single keyword. Step 2. Select from hundreds of male and female natural-sounding human voices. Step 3. Enter your text and generate an ultra-realistic voiceover in seconds.
Diga adiós a los autónomos, las costosas aplicaciones de software y las tarifas mensuales. Cree contenido ilimitado y locuciones en minutos. Ahorre tiempo y dinero y haga su trabajo más rápido con HumanTalk.
Utilisez les voix off et le contenu que vous générez dans des podcasts, des messages vocaux, des présentations vidéo, des vidéos éducatives, des vidéos YouTube, des médias sociaux, des livres audio, des promos de produits, des campagnes marketing et bien plus encore.
Conquiste qualquer objetivo de marketing com tecnologias de voz de IA alucinantes que não estão disponíveis em nenhum outro aplicativo. Isso é perfeito para empresários, profissionais de marketing de mídia social, professores, estudantes, comércio eletrónico, blogueiros, editores e profissionais de marketing digital.
शामिल वाणिज्यिक लाइसेंस के साथ आप वॉइस ओवर ऑनलाइन और ऑफलाइन ग्राहकों को भी बेच सकते हैं और सभी लाभ रख सकते हैं। आपको कम एक बार की कीमत में सैकड़ों आवाज़ों तक पहुंच प्राप्त हो रही है। कोई छिपी हुई फीस या मासिक लागत नहीं है।
Your purchase is covered by a 30 days money-back guarantee. No upgrades, no hidden fees, and no monthly costs ever. Nothing like this is available in the market right now. Due to massive demand and overhead cost of providing premium voices for less, we cannot keep this low one-time price live for long. This deal might expire without any notice. Click on the button below to place your order, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside.
Hello, great short clips or whatever. You can click summarize. It's going to summarize it in a very short format like this and make it 100% unique. Okay. And that's super powerful. And you can also translate it into another language and translate it as well. Now, the content generation also applies in another language. That was a big question people were asking in a webinar, and it was completely blown away with so many thousands of people there, was basically, does it work in another language? So firstly, before I do that, you can also spin the content and make it unique. Quillbot is the only application which does that. You got to buy like a monthly subscription to do it. Other ones are not good. So if you're going to spin content tab here, I type this in, click next, and I click on spin. It's going to spin this and make it completely unique. The same content that I'm talking about here becomes 100% unique. And then this way, you never have to worry about that content, not getting rankings or everything being AI generated and all that. It's going to set you on the map. Okay. Very, very critical, very, very powerful to do that. So next you can do this. You can even summarize this as well. So you got that idea here, right? Now I'm going to show you, you go back home and click create content. You can also do this content in Spanish, Italian, whatever language you desire. So let's say, for example, I put in Spanish, basically, I'm just going to write it. Basically, I'm going to tell you what I'm saying is eliminar grasa rapido in 1000 palabras, meaning in English, it's you eliminate fat quickly in 1,000 words. Okay. So that can be in any language. So if you click next, what it's going to do is it's going to generate that content in Spanish. That's the other cool part. Works in every single popular language out there. Pretty cool, right? You can let me know in the chat box, because I'm going to be giving away some prizes and stuff like that as well in this live stream, because I wanted to quickly do this just to show you the power of this technology. Okay. Now you see this, it's in Spanish right here. I didn't even need a translator or anything like that. Again, you can do this the way you want to do it. Okay. So the beauty is it works in different languages as well, and it's marketer friendly. Now you can also write it in terms of prompts. Okay. So if you didn't want keywords, you can also do it in prompts. So for example, what I can say is, I am creating a chocolate bar which is gluten-free. Write me an article, basically write me a sales copy for this, specifically for those with a gluten allergy or whatever, right? So you can do it like, there's a special prompts training that I'm giving as a bonus. So I'm going to go in depth on this specifically to do it in depth and talk about some things, but you could do this, right? You see this? This is a special ad specifically for gluten-free chocolate bar or whatever, right? Specifically for copywriting. And of course, you can redo it with summarizing and translation and spinning and all that kind of good stuff. Now, let's say you wanted to use this. Let's say copy this. The other application, the HumanTalk application, which is the cool application, allows you to create emotional content, emotional videos, and also normal videos, because different people have different voice styles. So you can do that too. So you can use any one of these, or you can use Aaron or anybody else. So let's say you wanted to use any one of these, you can choose. So let's say, for example, Jenny here, I can have Jenny shouting, unfriendly, whispering, excited. So if I do excited, I can click next, and then I can type in and paste this. Okay, the cool thing is you can create hours-long audiobooks with it. So for example, I can type in something like this, okay? And then I click on this, and then I click next, right? It takes me just about a few seconds to generate an audio clip, right? In this case, it's a 4-minute audio clip. You can do up to 10 minutes long for one audio clip. And let's say we put a name to it, right? So for example, part 1, Jenny, I don't know, audio book. I don't know, I'm just making it up, something like, let's say personal dev audiobook. Okay, click save. This is part 1. Now let's go to create audio. Let's go back. You can use another person now. For example, I can use Jason, and I can do Jason is basically whispering, for example, and then I can click next here, and then I can do some text. I'm just making it up. But the beauty is you can do this, and then by the time I'm even naming it, let's say, for example, I say Jason, part 2, Jason, personal dev audiobook, right? By the time I even named it, it's already done. You click save. Now what you can do is you can use these checkboxes, okay? So you see these checkboxes here, these ones. You can have any amount of checkboxes, and you can merge them together. You see this? I can click combine, and I'm going to pause it so that it looks natural. So meaning from one clip to the other, there's enough of a gap. So I can do that and click natural and click pause. Like say, for example, mine is personal development audiobook chapter 1. Let's right? Click create, takes a couple of seconds, automatically merge it together, created a long length chapter 1, and you created an audiobook right there. You just click on the download button and you're done. That's it. It's so fast. I mean, you can do it, a complete audiobook in like 3 minutes or something like that. Nothing like this is out there, right? And you can mix and match and do different emotions and all that kind of good stuff. So super, super powerful. I'm seeing a lot of people excited. Now I'm seeing basically this question. Jason was telling like, I want to get deep in this program. That's how easy it is to use. I mean, you can do it in a couple of minutes really quickly, right? Now, the other thing as well is that not only this, the cool thing is you can create complete audiobooks, right? I have special training that I'm going to talk about in just a second, which allows you to actually publish this in different specific audiobook channels, okay? And publishers and stuff like that. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about what it is that it costs. Like, what does audiobooks really, I mean, what do they cost really? So if you go into Upwork.com right now, and I checked audiobook narrators, there's a ton of these people out there. Like goes from $115 an hour, $65 an hour. Now that $65 an hour is not for 1 hour worth of audio, just for your information. It's 1 hour of their effort. So let's say you gave them, they put the script together in maybe their application, that's 45 minutes of their time. They're going to bill you for it. Okay. So the best way to find the pricing is that you need to basically go in and you need to check, basically the folks who are doing it. So for example, in this case, this is the audio book folks right here. You see there's tons of them here, right? And you'll see basically how much they're really billing for the entire thing. So for example, in this case, this is basically Zofia, Alexandria, Chris, all these people are charging. So this is audiobook narrator, right? Bernadine here. So as you can see here, their mere minimum is $500, $25, $500, and stuff like that, at minimum. And you can even go into Upwork has like something called, if you will, a project, catalog. So how you can do it is like you can go into their main homepage and you can check in their own catalog. Okay, so then you can basically see. So I can do that right now. So hopefully it'll open up. Sometimes these things don't open up properly. All right, so go to Browse Project Catalog. Okay, so now you can do audio book narrator, right? And so you'll see a ton of these people, right? There's only 74 people available for this one. So as you can see here, right? Audiobook narration, this is somebody who's popular. There's another one, like this one right here. It's pretty popular. So let's look at this person, right? You'll get an engaging, professionally narrated audiobook and project rates. So running time is seconds, 3,600 seconds. And then you also have advanced, which is again 3,600 with some revisions, audio editing, chapters, mixing, and all that. So how much is, and that's going to take 4 days to finish, by the way. Okay, 4 days to finish. So let's just do quick math here, right? For 3,600 seconds is how many minutes? 3,600 seconds is divided by seconds divided by 60 seconds is 1 minute. So that's about 60 minutes or 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour. For 1 hour, the charge is $300. So keep that in mind. Now, why is somebody charging $300 for this? Okay, it's because audiobooks are really difficult to narrate for a human being. That is where AI is replacing. AI is going to replace programmers, graphic designers, copywriters. It's going to also, unfortunately, well, whether you like it or not, going to replace a lot of these narrators. Nobody else is talking about it. It's something that is a blue ocean, as we like to call it, which is no competition, no saturation, and absolutely incredible amount of potential that you can do. In fact, our system can create beautiful looking copy because we trained our system specifically to write copywriting, marketing related stuff. Now, if you were to hire a copywriter, this is Ben here. Look at it. A copywriter for website and marketing materials, $2,200, $1,500, $3,000. Now you can do unlimited amount of these as well, right? And not just that, convert them into audiobooks as well if you decide to do so. Now, the thing is, one thing I've realized when it comes to success, something that I've done hundreds of millions of dollars in sales for the last 15 years, is what vehicle you pick matters, okay? The bigger the thinking and the bigger the idea you have, the more money you're going to make. So for example, a lot of so-called text-to-image generator, a lot of so-called text generation, right? Now, text-to-image, if you want to do graphic design, 6 hours, $25 for that job. Now, you have to decide. It's going to take you the same amount of time to do $25 graphic, or you want to do a $300 professionally narrated audiobook that took you 3 minutes to finish. Okay, you see the point there? That is how we leverage activity. The way I do it is that I'm always looking for the vehicle that I do that will be big enough for me to generate a huge amount of revenue stream, because the effort is the same. You have maybe 8 productive working hours in a day, right? Well, keep that in mind, all right? Now, where is the success factor here for HumanTalk and also basically the generation of content? Because nobody's talking about this. Everybody's talking about these so-called gurus. Oh, last year it was blockchain. The year before was funnels. The year before was like VR, or augmented reality. They don't stick to one topic, right? And because of that, they're never going to have expertise in one thing, and they're never going to impart it on you. I was the first person to build the AI video maker, first person to bring AI text-to-speech in the marketplace. Back then, it was robotic compared to today, but I was the first person. And really, if you look at it, first person for chatbot, first before ChatGPT, back in 2018. I've been in the AI game, and I was the very first person to generate an auto blog system, which is content curation, article spinner, back in 2010. This was 12 years ago. So I've been in the trend for AI and these technologies from the very beginning. I've never swayed away. If you know me, I've never created a blockchain course, cryptocurrency course, VR, AR kind of course. I've not done it. I've focused on this craft, and I've dedicated my life into AI technologies. So, from me, you're getting the very best of the best knowledge, and not some periphery or, top surface level stuff where, oh, this is this new cool thing, let me talk about it, right? No, I've been in the space for inside and out, right? I'm like the godfather of the AI industry, so to speak. That's why I'm so excited about this technology, right? So now, where is the actual result that you're going to get? So the secret is you got to find an opportunity to succeed always where there's a lot of supply, a lot of people, and then very little amount of publishers, right? So I mean, a lot of customers, less publishers. So what I mean is in the early days of Google, same thing. Very few websites back in 2004, 2005, 2006, very few websites, but a lot of people using Google, right? So if you knew how to design a website back then, you'll get Google rankings and get a lot of traffic and sales, right? Simple. Things become competitive later on because more people, more web designers come in and stuff like that. Same thing happened in YouTube, early days of YouTube. You had a basic YouTube video, like a handheld camera type of video, and it would do well with no proper audio and all that. Now it has the production quality has to be a lot higher, right? So there's always things like this happening. So right now, the single greatest, opportunity out there for you is the ability to publish audiobooks on platforms like Audible and 50 other platforms like that, okay? Let me give you an example, okay? So we go to Amazon.com, right? You can go in and basically I will talk about this here, right? Transferring Reality. It's in this personal development book. Now, this particular book was written, it's a good book, but it's very dense. It was written by basically one of these PhD geniuses, right? Like quantum mechanics, quantum physics and stuff like that. And it's sort of like law of attraction, personal development stuff. And so if you see it carefully here, it's got 1,100 reviews. Now you scroll down here, what I wanted to show you, summary of this book, right, was 42 reviews here. Best quotes from this by Jana Mosley here is already 91 reviews. So you got to multiply this by at least, basically 20 to 30x to get the results, because not everybody who buys gives a review, right? So the beauty here is that you could do something like this and create an audiobook for it. So for example, when we look at it, this is Audible here, right? Let's do something like a Sun Tzu, right? The Art of War. You can check it out, Sun Tzu, Art of War, right? And you check this out. There's 1,855 by Aidan Gillen. There's another one here, which is a shorter one, 35 reviews. These are all people making money where Audible or Amazon owns them. So Amazon is paying 70 to 80% royalty for basically publishing here. So meaning the audiobooks that you create can be published here and you make 70 to 80% of the royalties. I don't get paid a single penny, but you can do this right out of the gate. It's very doable for you and you can achieve it right out of the gate. Now, what's cool about this is that if you look into a little bit deeper, right? So if I do video marketing, so meaning something about video marketing or lead generation, stuff like that, there's only 170 audiobooks, but I go back to Amazon here and let's go to books, right? And then we do basically, and this can work in any language too, by the way. You see the Spanish and all that. But anyway, we go into video marketing. You're going to see 8,000 results. Okay, I didn't make it up. 8,000 results, right? So the point I'm trying to make is it's always this way, right? In the early days, if you published on Amazon, you would get a lot of results. Now, not so much. 8,000 is not easy to compete, but only 170 here. Let's say, for example, you're in the real estate space, real estate leads, okay? Let's say only 17 books on it. Well, let's check it out here. That's audiobooks, by the way. Real estate leads, right? Check this out. 1,000 here, right? In fact, if I put even real estate lead, it'll be even more, right? We're 1,000 plus, okay? Now, if you actually scroll down, it'll actually show you quite a bit of them. Too much competition. Here, only 17. And that's why you see all of these, right, are doing pretty well. And the beauty is once you publish here, they're gonna make you passive income long-term for many, many years to come, because they're going to get top rankings on Google. And this is a type of format that a lot of people now, are, when they're driving, they're basically going to work, they're basically spending time, doing gardening or snow removal or whatever, like pastime, right? Doing chores, they like to listen to audiobooks. And most of the time people buy the ebook and also buy the audiobook so that they can listen to both. There's no competition. Like, in fact, the entire real estate space, if you're in real estate, right, has just 2,000, entire real estate, right? And then if you go in here, has 50,000. That's what I'm trying to explain. Like if you even go to something like lead generation, right? Something like this, right? Only 41 audiobooks, only 41. And then here, if you do lead generation in the books category, right? And that's 4,000. In YouTube, there's going to be millions of videos for this. You see the point I'm trying to make? Why is that the case? Like, why isn't anybody coming in here? Well, it's because, see, they're making sales, like there's 362 reviews here, all right? And there's tons of other people making this one right here and all that. And most of these, by the way, they get top rankings and get sales, and a lot of people are not leaving reviews, so they're still making revenue, right? And because of this, you get top rankings and an authority figure in social media and everywhere else because you have a published book, right? So how you have to do, and by the way, you can basically do this across other platforms. I'll talk about that in just a second. Now, why isn't everybody doing it? If it was so easy, why isn't anybody doing it, right? So I want to talk about that real quick. So The reason is it costs a lot of money. Okay, not only the person I was trying to show you basically that person who was just doing like 1 hour worth of thing, charging $300. Check this out. This is a website, Findaway Voices. You can go check it out. There you can create an audiobook and also start selling. So here, check out this price point. Number of words in your manuscript, right? Let's say it's 100,000. I'm just making it up, but it's $2,475 to $3,000, okay, to generate it, okay? And the narrator cost per finished hour is $250. This is what authors, publishers are dealing with. So if you were to do this yourself, think of it, right? The cost itself is so prohibitive that if the audiobook doesn't do well, you're done, right? I mean, that's a lot of money to go, because that's the service. That's why not many people are doing, because this is the cost they have to deal with, right? Now, what I'm saying is you don't have to pay anything like this, and you create a dozen of them or whatever amount of audiobooks. And the beauty is you can create them on public domain projects as well, or copyright-free stuff as well. So how we do this is basically for public domain, real quickly, I'll show you, is you don't have to kind of worry about it. So in a sense, so what I mean is you go in here. So let me go to Google and just type in here. So Sun Tzu, Art of War, Gutenberg. Okay, this is Project Gutenberg. So here, you're going to find the book of here because it's public domain, the entire book. And then if you go in here specifically, you see this. It says original publication was 1910. And then it is under public domain. If a project is under public domain, you can generate an audiobook out of it. You can create summaries out of it. You can convert it into a different language. You can do a lot of cool things. In fact, even if it's not in public domain, you can create summaries of that book, like YouTube summary videos and stuff. You can publish them with just a simple thumbnail into YouTube. Or alternatively, you can also publish them as summaries, like that person that I showed you, right? Which was getting top rankings right here. So for example, if I do transurfing, reality transurfing, right here, this person who basically did the best quotes, right? 91 reviews, right out of the gate. And of course, with audiobook, it'll be a lot more. Now, what I wanted to show you is that same subject. Like if you go into that book, a lot of people who bought that ebook, right? Thousands, millions of people bought that from from Amazon Kindle or whatever. So here, if I do that, right, reality transurfing, check this out. There's only 2. In fact, there's actually not even an audiobook for that topic. So you can actually create it right now and get a lot of sales, okay? Because a lot of people are like looking for that audiobook. There's a lot of authors like that who want to have an audiobook. If you go to Think and Grow Rich, same thing, right, by Napoleon Hill. Like there was like, this is an audiobook, Russ Williams, Eric created another one, Frida created another one, Joel created. You could create the stuff from basically the Gutenberg library, and you can convert that into a different language. For example, you see this in Think and Grow Rich is in basically Spanish. You click here, this is the one, right? You see this in Spanish. So you can create these audiobooks, and there's no competition. There's only 8 in Spanish, right? In the whole world, there's only 141 such things. And if I go in here and I type in Amazon in terms of books, it'll be thousands. Let's see. Think and Grow Rich. This is what I'm saying. Competition is going to kill you. See, over 4,000, like 5,000 or something, right? So that's what you can achieve with HumanTalk. You create these entire audiobooks right out of the gate, and you're going to be able to get more traffic, leads, and sales, and also offer it as a service to clients, like I was trying to explain to you, right? And you can publish it across different platforms. So we'll talk about ACX is one. I'm going to train you on this. If you get HumanTalk there and that link you see there, and it's going to allow you to publish, and they're going to give you 70 to 80% royalty. And here, normally what they do is they want you to basically buy their narration services, somebody to buy. Here, because the audio is real human-like with emotions and stuff like that, they will accept it basically and allow you to use it. And on top of that, you don't have to pay this $2,475 and all that. And we also talk about the basically Authors Republic, which is another platform, by the way, where you can submit right out of the gate. So for example, this is one. So we can go to Authors Republic. So this is one. And then here in distribution, if you have that audiobook ready, check this out. They're going to pay you 70 to 80%. And they integrate with all these partners. You see this? All these. They're going to publish you to, for example, iTunes, Apple, right? And publish you to, for example, YouTube, Blinkist, Google Pay, all these other places automatically. And they don't charge a single penny, right? Just royalty. They'll pay you 70 to 80% for every sale they make once they distribute it. So that means it didn't cost you any monthly fees, any for example, per usage fees and all that stuff. You just had to create the audiobooks. So the startup costs, right, were so high. Now with AI doesn't sleep. AI doesn't have a bad day. AI doesn't need good quality camera equipment, good quality, for example, audio microphone equipment. There's AI does not have dogs barking at home, kids, talking and shouting and yelling, or echoes or anything, right? It can create perfect audio anytime, any day of the week. This is the beauty of AI. Okay, I want you folks to understand this is the game changer that I was trying to tell you about, that will completely put you on the map. Okay, because it's a big difference maker for you, right? Now, the beauty of HumanTalk is you have all this in one platform, right? And you can create all these, basically unlimited usage for this across different platforms. So that means you don't have to pay a company like Jasper here, right? Say, for example, just for like 700,000 words, $600 a month, or 100,000 words, $99 a month. You don't have to deal with all that, right? You don't have to at all. You don't have to pay a copywriting company or whatever, like for copywriting assistance, hundreds of dollars a month or $50 a month or something like that. And in terms of basically even voiceover generation, the only one that even comes close to our platform in terms of the quality is this platform called 11 Labs. I mean, you can go use it if you want. Right now, you check this out. It has $99 a month for 500,000 characters per month. They say it's 10 hours. It's actually not, because when you're making changes and stuff like that, it adds up very quickly. So even at $330, it's 2 million. So 500,000, how much is 500,000 in minutes? What you have to do really quickly is you have to do a simple calculation, okay? How we do calculation is because they put these big character limits and all that. It feels like it's a lot, but it's actually not when you're trying to create big length audiobooks, right? So how we do this is you can just go into Google and do this actually right now. So you can go to Google. So we do this right now. So you can just say characters to words, okay? So that's 500,000 for $99 a month, right? So 500, 1, 2, 3. Seems like a lot, but it's only 76,923 words, okay? Just keep that in mind. And then we go back and then we say words to minutes, okay? And then we type this in, okay? Let me show you. So that's 591 minutes per month for $99 plan. That means effectively, let's do 591. I'll actually even go 592. I'll round it off. 592 divided by 60. That's about 9 hours per month, 9.5 hours or whatever, right? So for that, they're charging $99. So if an audiobook is 4 hours long or 3 hours long, let's say, you can only create 2 or 3 of them because you're going to make some changes in the middle, right? So that means effectively, you cannot create audiobooks with these platforms. They're good quality, but they cannot because it's very expensive. The server costs alone are crazy, okay? Let me explain, right? I mean, I'll show you why this is so expensive, right? You got to understand. So if I go into Cloud Health, right, I'll just show you. This is one of our technologies that we use to track our spending and all that. This is a real live account, by the way. So what you need is you need thousands of servers to launch at a specific time so that 2 minutes I showed you, right, can happen. So if somebody's talking about like text-to-speech or somebody's talking about AI technologies, have them show you this stuff. Okay, last month was 23,981. This month is 21,888. It's going to be 35 to 40,000 because right now, as I showed you, there are 832 servers running. So meaning every time you're doing, there's another server being like a computer being launched, right? So 832 of them are running right now as we speak of this one platform. That's why we can scale up so much. When you say those audiobooks were getting made in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you can create like a 1 hour audiobook because of this. When somebody says they're investing in your business, have them show this to you, right? We actually got into Amazon's accelerator program recently. It's called Startup Migrate because of this fact. They were so excited that we were working on these AI technologies. So we are at the cutting edge, like enterprise grade technologies are behind the scenes. So really, you can be happy that you have the very best for scale, the best for usage and all this stuff. And I'm not going anywhere. I've been in business for 15 years, right? So that's the game changer, right? Now, you can get the HumanTalk there right now at humantalk.io/YES. So I'll show you real quick how you can order it. There's 2 options available and you get 100% no questions and money back guarantee. There's some bonuses as well that I'll give you, but you can do that right now. But before I do that, right? Right, so I'll show you this. So somebody was saying this is a replay. No, it's live actually. All right. Good to see you again. Good to see you again. Sensacional. Sí. Es verdad. All right. In a hurry, go here. Absolutely. You better be in a hurry to get it, right? And so Now, this is a good question. Will you be teaching something else for non-US people? So ACX works in US, UK, Canada, and stuff like that. If you are not in one of these countries, what we show you is also some platforms like Author Republic. This one works in more countries, and you can also directly publish. So don't worry, we'll show you that in our training. I'll talk about that in just a second in terms of the bonus. Thank you so much. So powerful you purchased. I appreciate you. All right. So real quick. So when you go into HumanTalk, I'll just show you real quick. You can go in. Let's go into that page right now. So you can go to humantalk.io/YESH. I'll walk you through how you can order it and that sort of thing. So you get a $200 discount right out of the gate. Okay. So you wanted to price it a monthly fee. Then I thought, okay, I want to give you lifetime access for unlimited users. You have potential. So I thought, well, why not? Why not instead of $497 or $997 or a monthly fee? I just give you straight off one-time payment for lifetime access. So all you have to do is to scroll down. You'll be two options available for you. Okay. So again, you'll see both options right here when you scroll down, right? Or you click on any button. There's HumanTalk Unlimited Access and HumanTalk Payment Plan. The Unlimited is $297 and the payment plan is $67 times $69, times 5 payments. So basically 5 months. And then that's $345. That's a little bit more expensive than if you did the $297. And I just want to mention, we are going to also give you one-on-one mentorship on Skype to make sure that you succeed and get up and running. I'll talk about that in just a second in the bonuses tab. And also what you're going to get is right now, when we change over to a credits-based system in a few days, because it's a special deal only for my best customers. We don't have any affiliates or launch hyper hoopla we're doing. I want to give back to my best customers. We are not making much of a profit on this. I don't even think we'll make a profit, because if you use some of these audiobooks and you create, we calculated our actual hard cost, not including support and all that, is somewhere in $80 to $85 in the servers and some of the other integrations and stuff like that we have. $85 a month. So literally we're going to be losing money. But if we get good feedback from you, good testimonials from you, we can scale it up, make it a recurring subscription, a credits-based system, meaning where somebody will have to keep renewing credits every time they use, like maybe 60 minutes, they finish, they got to buy more, like another $80 to buy that, 60 minutes more, that sort of thing. We're going to be changing that over very, very soon, because I'm telling you right now, it's not sustainable for us long-term on this because of the fact that audiobooks, they take incredible amount of effort on our part to make that possible. That's why what we did, a lot of people always say, oh, can I create a 30-minute audiobook? Well, the thing is, you can do that with it in 3 minutes. That's why we have this chapters technology where we can merge multiple things together. Because if I did 30 minutes in one clip, what happens is that it's going to take a lot longer to generate, because there's a lot of machine learning algorithms and all that. But in like a couple of seconds, I can just add it together, like this one and this one. These are like, I think total of like, 25 minutes or something. And combine, add natural pauses. I can say chapter 1, right? Audiobook, personal dev, and then combine, and then boom, it's going to be done in 2 seconds. So meaning I can create a 30-minute, 45-minute, whatever audiobook in just 2 seconds, right? Or 2 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever, depending on your speed. But I would say for me, it's 2 minutes. For you, maybe it's 5 minutes. Worth it, right? Because other people are taking, a human being will take days to do it, right? Because not so fun talking with perfect emotions and all that kind of good stuff for long, right? So basically what you can do is when you go into the page that I have here, so when you pick this option, you can use PayPal credit option if it's the United States or United Kingdom, okay? So how this works, I'll explain to you real quick. So you can choose the currency, like, and then that applies that special discount as I was showing you earlier. So here, obviously, you have payment options. You have Visa, Discover, American Express, MasterCard, and all that. You have take crypto as well. That's one something like Google Pay. If you have Apple device, it's going to show Apple Pay. But if you want to use in the United Kingdom or United States, you can use the PayPal option, which is this right here. And then it's no payments, no interest for 6 full months. In the United States, 4 months, no payments, no interest. Okay. So when you're logging into your PayPal account, it will show up. Okay. Now, let me show you how that looks like in just a second right now. But I'm seeing some questions. Okay, so let me answer them, saying no brainer and some of the other points like that. So I just want to directly address something with you. Okay, I spent a lot of time on building HumanTalk, and more important than anybody can build the technology. Yeah, it's difficult, sure, but the training is what makes the difference, because I can show you exactly how to get results with the training that I have for you, right? How to get results quickly, easily, straight out of the gate, right? So basically, that's what I'm doing for you, right? Now, I just want to quickly show you. So it looks something like this. So let me show you my screen. All right. So you can basically, let me actually show you this one right here. All right, share screen. All right, perfect. So you see this? So it's going to show up like this. Okay, so it's going to say, use PayPal credit option, like what you see here. Actually, you can't see my screen. Technology, right? All right, so you're going to see that, right? So it's going to show up like this. Okay, so basically you're going to have that PayPal credit option. It's basically 6 months. No payments, no interest in the United States, and 4 months in the United Kingdom. Those two places, definitely use that. Because that typically means you're getting it for free today. And if you paid back it in 6 months, there's no interest as well charged. That's my way of saying, okay, try it out. It only works for the $297 option because there's a limit, like the minimum payment that I do, like say $150 or something like that. So that's why I recommend you to do that. And by then you should be getting results, right? And in the United Kingdom, it's about 3 to 4 months. So that's a long time, because one audiobook could generate you passive income of $10 to $20 a day, $30 a day minimum, and that could be worth a lot more to you, right? So that's why it's just a numbers game. I mean, having 10 audiobooks is going to make you more money than having one, right? Because at the end of the day, you never know what people like, what people don't like, what clicks. HumanTalk is the only technology which allows you to do that, to experiment, try out multiple audiobooks. And with my training, it's going to be even better, right? So basically, that's the idea and why I recommend you to get the PayPal credit. Now, if you're not familiar with it, you can go to Google, by the way, and you can search for PayPal credit, like how it works and stuff like that. So, like I'll give you an example. So you can go in to, let me actually go in here. All right. So you can go into my screen right now. So let me share my screen one more time. And let's see here. So you can go into like basically anywhere in Google, and you can see this. Look, okay, you go in here, you can go in and then PayPal credit USA or UK, you can type it in, and it's going to show you how it works. Okay, so as you can see here, it's going to show you no payments, no interest if paid in full in 6 months on the purchase, and you can apply right here, and you can do that when you log in. You see this one, it didn't take you a few seconds to approve and do that. It's the same, by the way, same approach, by the way, in the case of like, sorry, here, PayPal credit. You can just Google it. Like I said, PayPal credit USA, like so. And then I go in here. It's $99 or more purchase. Get no interest or paid in full. You can apply here right away. You're going to get approved. Good to go. And of course, by the way, it comes with a 30-day no question and money back guarantee. So you got in for free right now, and you decide it's not good enough for you, I'll cancel it. So it didn't cost you a single penny. And you get to keep all the audiobooks you created, all the audiobooks you published, and any royalties you get from that in the future. I don't want a single penny. I want to make it risk-free as possible, because at the end of the day, I want you to get results, right? Or else what's the point? I want you to get results. It's more important than anything else for me personally. So that's the basic idea. So now really quickly, I want to show you something. We have some special bonuses as well, but I want to show you this. Okay, so as I mentioned before, normally you're going to see people putting up a bunch of upsells. Yeah, it's only $49, they'll say, but then you'll see bunch of upsells and downsells and stuff like that, like so, right? You see this, and then you start off at $49, you went in and it's 1,704. That's why I don't want you to buy any extra upsells, no downsells, no upgrades, no need where HumanTalk version 2.0, you're going to be charged more. HumanTalk 3.0, you're going to be charged. No. You're going to get all the updates for free. In fact, we haven't even launched anything for like a year now. The last time we did one was HumanPal, and you saw the updates, right? We made 3 big versions, right? It's actually HumanPal 3.0 right now that we did it for free. We never asked people to pay more money and stuff like that. So pretty awesome, right? As I mentioned, you have $297 or $69 times 5 payments. So try it out. I mean, you got nothing to lose and 30 days to try it out. And I have some special bonuses where you get to keep these bonuses even if you decide this is not for you, and you get a full refund. Okay, does that make sense? So you can basically keep all the bonuses that I have for you, and basically get, keep it 100%, no worries. Okay, now I'll answer some questions you have as well, but one of the things that I want to show you, some cool bonuses that I have. Okay, so one of the bonuses is 10-day step-by-step success training. I'll be doing live in our Facebook group for our customers, so you understand fully and succeed. This will talk about different topics, right? One of the big things is people want to know how to be an author. I'll talk about that, right? Because in order to use audiobooks, you also have to actually publish Kindle books. So I'll show you how. You want to do affiliate marketing. I'm the #1 affiliate marketer in many platforms out there. So if you want to do affiliate marketing, I'll teach you how to do it with this, okay, platform, right? If you want to do, for example, anything else, right? Like imagine you want to do e-com. We're going to talk about that. So the idea is not to get overwhelmed, not to get information overload, but actually the idea is that you succeed, okay? That is the big thing, okay? And my goal, again, as I mentioned before, is I want to make sure that you succeed with this. I want to make sure that you actually get excellent results with it. Okay, so that's the basic idea that I want to make sure that you implement this and right out of the gate succeed doing this. Okay, so that's the main thing. Okay, so make sure that you haven't already, you take advantage of it. Now, the other bonus that we have, I'm super excited about this, is the audiobooks publishing process live streams. So this is basically where you will get a special live stream like something like this, where I'm going to walk you through specifically how to get audiobooks, publish them, and all that kind of good stuff. But more importantly, one of the good questions that came in, that's why I like doing them live, was ACX, for example, the publishing platform has 3 or 4 countries that accepts. What other things you recommend? So we're going to be talking about Authors Republic and some of the other platforms you can use if you're not in these countries and some things like that. So it's going to be super powerful. And this is a course that we could have sold it for $2,000. In fact, I've actually consulted people on this and charged them money. And that's why I'm so excited to give this to you. You can use this. And of course, to get the bonuses, email us at bonus@humantalk.io. Happy to give you access to this in the next 24 to 40 hours because we're manually approving them. And you also get access to our Voices Request Club. So we have 800 plus roughly human cloned voices in HumanTalk right now. So basically what that means is we have about just over 800, and we have other voices that we are working on, but based on your feedback, instead of charging a monthly fee and all that stuff for new voices, we're just going to give it to you based on what your feedback is, because we have a roadmap and all that, right? So we have the technology built so robust that you can tell us, okay, look, I want somebody who's 55 years old plus, who has a coarse voice, and then we can get a spokesperson, have them have their voice cloned, and then we can give it to you. That's what makes it so exciting. So you're going to get updates and all that stuff here as well. You're going to get that free. And you're also going to get my unlimited speech-to-text transcription app. You're going to get the beta version of it. You're going to get lifetime access to this. This one is pretty cool. So it is in beta, so it only works for Windows and Mac right now. We may add to more depending. So what this does is you can upload any audio file, like any other audiobook from somewhere else, any audio from your computer, wherever, and it can translate that into a different language right out of the gate or transcribe it, okay? And you can do unlimited length. It's just going to take a little bit longer to create on your computer if it's a little bit longer, but I've tested about 10 minutes of, for example, speech. It's going to take maybe like a minute to finish. So it's useful because now you can transcribe it, and then now you can create narrations and audiobooks and stuff like that. Okay, so you're going to get this technology. We wanted to sell this actually because if you go into another platform like rev.com or something, like if I go in, you'll see this, right? Like if you go into like a platform, like I'll show you this real quick. It's pretty cool. So let me show you. If you go in and let's see here. Yeah, if you go into something like rev.com, right? They charge, if you see carefully here, $1.50 per minute for audio transcription and global translated subtitles, so meaning translating it, $5 to $12 per minute. So let me actually show you the screen. So $1.50 per minute and $1 and then $5 to $12 per minute. You can do all this with that application. It's in beta, so it will not be right out of the gate doing all kinds of transcriptions, but it works really well. I mean, 90% of the time, 95% of the time, it does every single thing you throw at it in any language. So pretty good. So you're going to get that as a bonus, and you can keep these bonuses even if you decide this is not for you and leave. Okay, for any reason, no reason at all, you decide to leave, not for you, no worries. You leave, get every single penny back, and also keep these bonuses as my way of saying thank you for taking action. So it's pretty awesome. Now, real quick, I want to also show you this real quick here so you can see it. You're also going to get our HumanPal integration. This I talked about in our webinar as well live. A lot of people love this. So basically, we're going to add these voices into the HumanPal application, these emotions and stuff like that. Now, the thing though with something like this is that if you think about it, right? A lot of things go behind the scenes because with HumanPal, you got to have lip sync working, you got to have those people emoting properly and stuff like that. So we're going to integrate this. And the idea is that all these other courses that I have available that you saw here, right? Like these things, I'm going to be finished with this by March 8th, roughly, so that there's no more information overload. And then I'm going to talk about how to do HumanPal. So that way, I'll show you how to publish audiobooks, generate a passive revenue stream. Now, how do we get more traffic to the audiobooks? How do we get more sales and more other different revenue streams through video? I'm going to talk about that. So there's no more information overload, okay? And the other cool thing is, in line with this, what we are working on right now, so it should be up soon as well as we're looking at making longer length videos with HumanPal. So once this integration is done, that's the next thing we'll be working on. So it's going to be fun. So you have audio clips as well that you're putting into. You can now use those as well into HumanTalk. So that's going to be fun. That's why I'm saying we invest a lot of money, time, and resources in our applications. I haven't even launched anything. I'm not like one of those people where, oh, first of all, we launched this thing, now move on for another thing in a month or 2 months, move on to another thing, another thing. There's no focus. So they'll abandon the project. And as I said, we're not that way. I want to make sure that, all these things that you have to make sure these tools integrate together really well. Okay. I'm also going to give you our AI prompts intensive course. And the beauty is these prompts will work within our application, our text writer, which is built into HumanTalk, right? Because it's an all-in-one AI tool. So you can use this to learn how to do prompts and all this other good stuff. I'm super excited about this, okay? Because the reason why I'm excited about this is that I'm one of the best people who can teach you about this, because there's all types of prompts, right? Some people talk about prompts where that prompt is even bigger than the article that ChatGPT or whatever writes. Here, it's all about copywriting, psychology. How do we write it in the form that actually generates results? I'm going to talk to you about this. So there's no information overload, because you have already like too many things from too many places. I don't want to have you confused too much. So it's going to be simple. And you're also going to get my one-on-one Skype mentorship and phone support. This is if you get the HumanTalk, the $297 version, because time is the most limited asset. I don't want to make sure that you miss out on that. But the idea with this is like you come on Skype and have any troubleshooting done. You'll give you even phone number to call so that you'll have somebody always there to guide you through Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., sometimes even later, because we have about 15-hour coverage for different time zones. But you can do this. And the beauty is that way you never get left behind. Oftentimes you buy something, they hide behind a support desk, they're gone, right? And also on top of that, I actually work with our team personally to create HumanTalk. That's why some of the things like audiobooks and longer length and all that stuff I've integrated, because I work for me and the people that I'm a part of mastermind group works for really successful authors and publishers as well, right? That's why I integrated it. I'm not like a spokesperson for something else that somebody else built. No, I actually built it myself. And that's why I'm so excited to share it with you. And I back it up. I mean, you're in our Facebook group, you can complain to me. Something is not fun, right? That's a kind of responsibility and stress on my end as well. But hey, it's all cool because I want to give you value, right? And then the final bonus is the audio and video marketplace below. This is basically full hosting included, where we're going to host it on Google and Amazon cloud servers. And you can now create audio and video marketplaces. So you can offer services, products, 50 different payment options, and you can basically create your own Audible platform, if you will, right? It creates funnels, membership stats, all that kind of good stuff. You can create as many of these as you want. So it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to give you this platform as well. And again, you can keep all these bonuses even if you decide to leave. And the HumanTalk technology is not for you, but just give it a shot. I mean, you have nothing to lose. The $200 option is what I recommend, because you get some extra bonuses, one-on-one assistance and hand-holding from myself and my team, of course. But you can also try the $69 payment plan. I mean, either way, you're going to get a return on investment. My goal is if you don't make you basically at least double the amount of money you're investing into it, right? Meaning at least like $600 or something, then leave, get every single penny back, no questions asked. By that point, all the audiobooks you created are yours to keep, even though they're hard costs for us. All the bonuses that you got are yours to keep, even though that's hard costs there. All the training and courses that I'm giving you, yours to keep. My way of saying thank you for trying it out, right? I want to make it as risk-free as possible, because you're giving me your time, which is a lot more valuable than any money or something else like that, right? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually announce 2 winners today from the chat. So meaning when you're watching this later, post in the comments box any questions, any concerns, or you enjoyed HumanTalk or whatever. And I'm going to pick from this chat box, because I know some people will be joining in later on as well. I'm going to pick the winners from the chat box, and I'm going to basically announce those winners as well. I'll actually reply to you live in the chat, so it's transparent, because I already gave away so many prizes in our last webinar. But in this live stream, I want to pick 2 more people and give away basically prizes as well. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to give 2 people $100 in cash prizes just for commenting in the chat box. So it's more fun and that sort of thing, right? Now, this is a good question that I have, and I wanted to kind of address this aspect, which is basically, let me actually open up. So if you have HumanPal, how do we integrate this with HumanPal? Okay, so it's a very good question, right? So the thing with HumanPal, right? Again, it's one of our flagship products, obviously. So with HumanPal, right, it is video creation. The thing with video creation is it's fun, yes, but it also can be competitive. This one is mostly catered towards audio. So and also content generation, right? Which is what AI is going into. So how we do this, okay? And I'll explain to you why this is so important because I've developed HumanPal as well. It's a baby. And of course, this is perfectly in line, integrated into that. So let me show you this. And this is a good question, by the way. We have HumanPal. Do we purchase it? Okay, good question. So when I talked about the integration, so what happens is when you go to HumanPal, right? So you go into the screen like so. They have all these spokespersons or whatever, right? So let's say you have these mock-ups and stuff like that, whatever. You create something. Now you pick whoever you want. Let's say I pick Aaron. Now here in HumanPal, you have text-to-speech. This is what I was talking about integration. So if you get HumanTalk today, we'll make sure that we integrate that into one of the voices, right? So meaning it'll be in one of the voices here. The thing is that there's a lot of work to do the lip sync and all that kind of stuff. It costs us a lot of money to make sure that happens. And also HumanTalk is mostly catered towards video. This is also catered towards audio. So now anyway, what you can do now without even having to wait for the bonus or whatever is basically going to go to import audio in HumanPal. Meaning go to import audio in HumanPal right now. Most of you already have HumanPal, right? You go click on that. And then you click select from library, and then you click on this upload button. Okay, so basically all the voices that you created, you can be uploaded here into HumanPal. Okay, so that works right out of the gate right now. But we are going to be doing a direct integration, right? And it's almost done. As I said, I want to finish other trainings before I get to that, so it's not overwhelming for you. Where it's going to show up in one of the text-to-speech tabs, in one of the voices here. Okay, that's the fun stuff. So yeah, highly recommend you to get it if you're a HumanPal customer, simply because you have HumanPal with basically videos and avatars and spokespersons and humans. In HumanTalk, it's basically where an all-in-one text content creation as well as the audio aspect, voiceovers with emotions and stuff like that. You got both benefits for one, right? And the reason why we have to basically separate them too, by the way, is that with HumanPal, the technology is not catered to long length videos. Like you cannot create a 60-minute or 30-minute or 25-minute video with HumanPal. The technology is not possible because there's lip sync and there's machine learning and AI. It's going to get there and we'll be in the forefront of it, but it's not capable. But with audio, you can do that. Okay. So that's why I was saying you can create like in just 2 minutes or 3 minutes, like a 30-minute audiobook really quickly. 1 hour audiobook can be done in 5 minutes. That gives you huge potential because, as I mentioned before, you can publish them in all these platforms, right? Like ACX, you can publish them into Authors Republic, in all these platforms, right? And you don't have to pay any monthly fees or anything. I'll teach you how to do this, by the way, because the secret here is volume and basically the ability to jump in right now, because 3 or 4 months from now, because AI is catching on, what's going to happen is you're going to have a lot more people publishing their audiobooks here. And it's going to, basically remove that blue ocean or no competition, no saturation aspect of things. Okay. So just want to make sure that you do. Okay. Now, this is a good question. Basically this question: what is the voice quality like? So basically, I showed that earlier on in the in the live stream, but I'll show you this right now, anyways. And I'll basically do that right now. Actually, why not? It's going to be fun. All right, so let's do this.
Hey, I got a promotion at my job today. I am so thrilled and excited for my new role and all the responsibilities that come with it. I can't wait to share this news with my wife and friends and take them out for a nice dinner to celebrate.
I am really hopeful, excited, and also scared about my first pregnancy. After hearing so many stories from my friends about their journey from conceiving to hearing the first heartbeat and how it changed their life, I am looking forward to experiencing all the magical moments.
Pretty powerful, right? So I'm just going to fast forward a little bit and show you a couple other things real quick, because I showed this already for the interest of people who already watched it.
To promotion at my job today. I am so thrilled and excited for my new role and all the responsibilities that come with it. I can't wait to share this news with my husband and friends and take them out for a nice dinner to celebrate.
Yay! I got a promotion at my job today. I am so thrilled and excited for my new role and all the responsibilities that come with it. I can't wait to share this news with my wife and friends and take them out for a nice dinner to celebrate.
Attention everyone! Sorry for shouting, but there are a lot of people in here, and it seems to be the only way to grab your attention. The train leaving to Berlin at 7:30 p.m. has been canceled due to inclement weather. Please approach the booking desk to find an alternative route for your journey. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Did you like that? Like, let me know in the chat box. I mean, those who are here live, let me know. Pretty awesome, right? Pretty awesome. I'm sure you get the idea here, right? So yeah, that's basically the quality. I'm so excited about it, and the speed is what matters here, right? Can be done in like by the time you can even type in the name. Like I was trying to show you this earlier, right? The project name, it's already done. Okay, so basically, like if I go in here real quick, this is HumanTalk, right? So if you go in here, like let's say I use Davis, and Davis is basically whispering. It's like basically he's whispering something, right? Click next. I can go in here and let me actually type in some content that I generated here from our text writer, which was the included application, right? And so you go in here, you type it in. Let's type it in. Do this, do this, do this. And this is basically, I think, like 6 minutes or something. Agree. Click next. And while I'm even naming part 1, a keto audio book, already it's done. By the time I could even name it. And then I can go in and click create new. And then if I want to put Guy here, and Guy is now cheering me on, right? It's cheerful, right? Go next, click next, and then next. And then I'm going to make another 6 minutes. I go in here, and then I can say something like part 2 audiobook Guy, and then keto. See, already it's done. By the time I could even name it, click save. Now I want to add these two together. And by the way, this could even be an hour long. It doesn't matter. It's going to take a few seconds. All these two combine, put a natural pause, then go in here, chapter 1, audiobook, keto, let's say. All right. So go create. Done. I mean, it's going to take, this is it. It's combined. It's an audiobook. It's a chapter. It's done. Now, what did it take me? Like a minute? Not even, right? That's the cool part, right? So now this is another good question that came in, and I'm seeing a lot of people saying good comments here, very awesome, great, and all that. But I want to answer some questions, so we'll do that. Let's answer a couple of questions because I don't want to go on and on because people can watch this later as well. So anyway, if you haven't already, by the way, go to that link there, humantalk.io/yes. There's two options, as I mentioned before, $297 one-time payment for lifetime access, where all the updates are included. Even if we make it a monthly subscription, which we will, and also a credit-based system, which 100% we are doing in the next basically just few days, because it's a limited time thing we're doing only for my best customers. It might backfire where in a sense I lose money, but it's fine. I have other income sources and I'm going to make it. So even if this doesn't make me any profit, I'm still giving you value so that I can make up for itself somewhere or the other. Because as I said, last year we did over $10 million in revenue. So it's fine. I mean, I can bring in revenue from elsewhere to make it happen. And I've done that before, actually, to be honest. I have done where I've given bonuses where it's never making me any profit, but I want to give you great value so that you're good to go, right? Now, the question was, how is this different from ChatGPT? And is this better? Yes, it is 100% better than ChatGPT. Why is that the case? Well, I was showing you the article earlier on as well, right? When I came into this webinar. So the thing that happened recently was that Microsoft, if you see here, they're putting limits to the AI, right? Because of some unsettling interaction. So in other words, what they're going to do is they're going to make it very difficult to generate certain types of content because they have to have all these filters in place and stuff like that. And so because of that, because they're trying to reach 1 billion people industry, right? So they're trying to reach every single person. Some people don't like political content. Some people don't like sales marketing stuff. Some people don't like entrepreneurship stuff. So they're going to try to limit that. And that basically eliminates your ability to write a copy that converts, marketing materials that converts, and stuff like that. That's the first part. Second part is that why is it better than ChatGPT is that you can generate unlimited content very quickly. With ChatGPT, it goes line by line, and they're moving into a $20 a month plus subscription. So their free account is going to be removed very soon because it costs a lot of server resources on their part as well. So that's another thing. You don't have to pay a monthly fee with it. And on top of that, the other thing is ChatGPT, right? It cannot, right, create a content off of one word, which you can do here. So for example, if I do, like, let's go back here, start from scratch here. And if I want to do, say, for example, a content piece right out of the gate, it generates it just off of one keyword. So let's say, for example, if you do diet like this, I can generate, and it will automatically know that I'm creating a diet ad for copywriting, marketing, entrepreneurship. It's not for fun fun stuff, right? It's actually business oriented. So we've actually programmed the system to actually work for basically marketing related stuff. You see this? Generate me just for one keyword. ChatGPT cannot do that. And of course, ChatGPT also cannot really create audio, right? And the thing is that you have to understand, if you want to do text to image, for example, there is like a platform, right? Like this is why I've never like pushed a text to image platform, because I could have done it and made tons of money, because there's free stuff out there that can do it. So for example, you're going to Google and you go to Playground AI. This is like the text to image thing, right? You go to pricing, they allow you to generate 1,000 images per day. So this is text to image basically, okay? So basically it creates images off of text. You can go use this, but there's no text to, basically audio and, complete big audio books kind of a platform. The only ones that are out there are super expensive. And because it's very expensive to generate these, okay, especially quickly, right? Like if you wanted to wait for like 5 hours, sure, but nothing that can do quickly. That's the reason why it is such a difficult technology to create, and we've done it for you, okay? So that is the difference. I hope that explains, okay? And another question is, okay, so you must be exhausted speaking all day. Yeah, but my thing is I'm so excited about it, because this is my baby. Like I've actually worked with the developers on this. Every feature that you see here has either my team or my input in some ways, right? Like say, for example, some of the features that you see, which is the speed, right? Like creating quickly, like in 2 minutes, that was my input, right? Because I was there. It was not somebody that's like, I'm just trying to represent, right? This is my own internal team, full-time team that's working on this. And the same thing, right? Like ability to combine footage in quickly, right? That's the thing. A lot of people can combine audio, but quickly, nothing out there, right? Like I could do this where this, like these four, right? Like these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1 hour worth of content now, okay? I can put this and it's a 1 hour audio book, whatever. I click create. It can do that in mere seconds. This right here, stuff like this, it takes weeks to create. A lot of people don't understand this. Just this one feature. A lot of people think, okay, I want this feature, that simplicity. A small feature like this takes weeks, even months to create, because simplicity, instant, right? That's what people want. Saves you time. Time is money. In fact, it's more valuable than money. So that's the other one. Now, this is another question. This is one of the bonuses where I'm giving you. So if you go into my presentation that I did, basically, and that's one of the bonuses where I'm going to give you a beta version of a speech-to-text transcription application that you can use, and you can do unlimited length. You can keep that as a bonus because it's in beta, so it's fine. You can use it. It works on Mac and Windows only, so only Windows and Mac. Sorry, it's because it's in beta. I wanted to sell that application, but I wanted to give it to you for free. Okay. So anyway, that's basically let me actually show you this screen so you can understand and get up and running. So let's see here. Yeah. So this was the bonus basically, right? Where this one. Okay, so this one also I'll give it to you in the next 24 to 48 hours because when you email it, will give it to you. This works off of your computer, so your laptop or any device is going to work off of laptop, desktop, whatever, Windows and Mac only, okay? But here, the good thing is that you can literally upload an audio 30 minutes long, it's going to do 40 minutes long, it's going to do 15 minutes long, it's going to do. So it's useful in that sense. You can keep this as well, okay? And another thing is like I'm seeing great feedback and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to end this stream right now. So if you haven't gotten already, go there. I'll leave the link here. You can use paper.
Groundbreaking technologies, including a high-quality neural text-to-speech voice generator featuring 800 male and female realistic neural voices in all popular languages and accents. An AI-powered emotion-enabled voice creator to add life to your audio and take your sales and conversions to the next level. An unlimited AI content writer to generate full-length articles and content on any topic without writing a single word yourself using just a keyword. A powerful content spinner to rewrite old scripts and turn them into fresh readable content using next-generation artificial intelligence. and a full-feature content summarizer to automatically turn large articles into bite-sized readable content that is easy to consume. This is all possible with the click of a button using HumanTalk. Everything you need to create unique content, produce compelling voiceovers, and create iconic marketing messages and educational media is included. HumanTalk is the first app in the market to feature a huge library of over 800 premium male and female neural voices. This is the largest collection of voices seen in any one app. And for the first time ever, you also get access to next-generation premium AI voices with emotions. Create voiceovers in the perfect pitch, tone, articulation, and emphasis to match your marketing message. You can have me and my friends infuse life into your audio and speak in a variety of emotions, mood, and tone based on your script. Here are some examples. Based on your script, I can be really sad and express my inner emotions. Or open up my vocal cords and shout at the top of my lungs.
Or keep it on the down low and whisper your message to your audience.
I can also act terrified while reading your message. Or just be hopeful and excited to bring life into your voiceovers. Anything you write can now be turned into a fun and engaging voice with the hundreds of AI voice actors available inside HumanTalk. Generate voiceovers in a variety of emotions including professional, excited, hopeful, friendly, unfriendly, terrified, shouting, or a whispering tone. Finally, voices generated by artificial intelligence can now mimic human tone and pitch to evoke emotions and take your marketing and audio-visual campaigns to the next level. Get access to everything including the premium emotion-enabled voices inside your account at no extra cost. And for absolute ease of use, you can sort the voices within the app based on project type, language, age, gender, or emotion to find the perfect voice that suits your needs. There is no other app in the market available with so much value packed into one package. You get everything for an affordable price you see below. Want to see some voice demos? Here are some examples of the realistic voice options included inside HumanTalk.
Get started in 3 easy steps. No technical experience is needed. Step 1. Generate long-length script on any topic with a single keyword. Step 2. Select from hundreds of male and female natural-sounding human voices. Step 3. Enter your text and generate an ultra-realistic voiceover in seconds.
Diga adiós a los autónomos, las costosas aplicaciones de software y las tarifas mensuales. Cree contenido ilimitado y locuciones en minutos. Ahorre tiempo y dinero y haga su trabajo más rápido con HumanTalk.
Utilisez les voix off et le contenu que vous générez dans des podcasts, des messages vocaux, des présentations vidéo, des vidéos éducatives, des vidéos YouTube, des médias sociaux, des livres audio, des promos de produits, des campagnes marketing et bien plus encore.
Conquiste qualquer objetivo de marketing com tecnologias de voz de IA alucinantes que não estão disponíveis em nenhum outro aplicativo. Isso é perfeito para empresários, profissionais de marketing de mídia social, professores, estudantes, comércio eletrônico, blogueiros, editores e profissionais de marketing digital.
शामिल वाणिज्यिक लाइसेंस के साथ आप वॉइस ओवर ऑनलाइन और ऑफलाइन ग्राहकों को भी बेच सकते हैं और सभी लाभ रख सकते हैं। आपको कम एक बार की कीमत में सैकड़ों आवाजों तक पहुंच प्राप्त हो रही है। कोई छिपी हुई फीस या मासिक लागत नहीं है।
Your purchase is covered by a 30 days money-back guarantee. No upgrades, no hidden fees, and no monthly costs ever. Nothing like this is available in the market right now. Due to massive demand and overhead cost of providing premium voices for less, we cannot keep this low one-time price live for long. This deal might expire without any notice. Click on the button below to place your order, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside.
Anything extra. Isn't that powerful? Isn't that awesome? So that means effectively, just to put things in perspective, you don't even have to write much prompts, any of that mumbo jumbo stuff, right? And not just that, you can just copy this to a clipboard, right? Like so, and you can do other cool things. So let me show you what I mean by that. So you can go next, right? And you can even reduce this down and shorten this down and summarize this as well. Click summarize, boom, done, right? It summarized it completely unique, and now you can use this, or you can even go next, and then you can translate this into another language, right? And if that wasn't enough, you can even go in and choose this option right here, spin content, and now you can create a brand new unique content. Now there's some applications. The best one right now is Quillbot with their subscription plan, which does something like this, but this one is a brand new unique algorithm where you can actually now go in and click next, and you can spin this content, and now it becomes a completely brand new unique content. Now Google will have no clue. They'll think that it's a brand new unique content created by a human. And even when you're creating videos, you're creating audios and stuff like that, it'll always remain unique, okay? It'll be completely different. You see this? Eating a healthy diet is essential. Look at this. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle requires eating a healthy diet. You see that? It's basically very, very unique, okay? And you see this. So that way it'll always go in. So again, you can summarize this and make it even more unique, okay? So that way your content is going to be completely unique. Now, you're going to say, that sounds great. I get it. It's awesome. But what if I want to use prompts too? Like I want to be able to utilize prompts and I want to do it. Of course, I'll talk about prompts a lot more in detail. You might have heard about prompts. Prompts are basically the instructions you give the AI to actually get things to the next level. And unlike the Microsoft thing, there's no filters and guardrails and stuff like that. This one actually generates content that gets results. So how you would do this is, let me give you an example. Okay, I want to create a chocolate bar with nuts that are gluten-free and have peanuts, right? Along, well, let's say, and have macadamia nuts. Write a 1,000-word article, so you can create long content with this on article and in ad format to show the benefits of macadamia nuts for people with gluten allergy, all right, or whatever. And you click this, and this can create a thing, and it's just one of the prompts. I'll show you some other cool ways you can do it, but this also works, by the way. You can generate content even on this format, and you can write anything and it's going to do it as well. So the beauty here is that you have two options basically, okay? You can do it this way or the other way as well. So again, as you can see, again, you can summarize this and all that, all that kind of good stuff, and you can do it in just a few seconds right out of the gate. Now, this also works, by the way, in the case of Spanish or other languages as well. So if I say, for example, in Spanish, eliminar grasa rápido, right? And then this is basically eliminate fat quickly, right? In 1,000, whatever, meal palabra. So what this basically means for those who are not Spanish speakers, basically it says eliminate fat rapidly in 1,000 words, okay? And then you do it, and it's also going to create basically articles in Spanish, okay, or content in Spanish in a marketing copywriting way, okay? So you can do that as well. So you have multilingual capability as well built into this technology. Again, so easy, straightforward. You see that? Pretty powerful, right? Now, what can we do with this content, right? That's the big question, because content is everywhere out there. So I want to kind of explain to you one key secret that I've learned, talking to people who are billionaires, people who've done hundreds of millions of dollars online. So I personally, over the last 15 years, have done well over $100 million in sales. But there are people who've done a lot more than that. There are people who do that in a year, right? So based on the people that I've spoken to, and this is the secret everybody wants to know, right? What does it take to be successful? The only secret that I found out, and that I hope that you will get out of this webinar, is that it depends on what vehicle you join and when, okay? That means, just to clarify, you have to go for the high leverage activities where the same amount of work that you're putting in gets the greatest amount of return for you, okay? So what I mean by that is you'll have in life a lot of scenarios, right? Where you're basically battling with the time. So there's a lot of distractions, a lot of things out there, right? And oftentimes you're going to come out and you're going to feel like, what can I do with that limited amount of time I have every day, right? You have choices, and the choices you make dictate basically, and the focus you put in dictates everything, right? So basically, coming back to that point, what is the highest leverage activity right now that you can utilize? Well, that's where the HumanTalk technology comes in, where you can create hours-long audiobooks and you can publish them on audiobook platforms like Audible and iTunes and other places out there, Spotify and all these other places, right? And there is a huge potential in it because there's so few of them right now, because the barrier to entry is very difficult. So let me explain what I mean by that, okay? So when you type in something like audiobook narrator on upwork.com, there are people out there posting their jobs. Some people are charging $115, $65 an hour, and $100 an hour, and that sort of thing. Now, what happens is, if let's say $100 an hour, that's not $100 for the voiceover, by the way, okay? It is basically if they're gonna put up their whole system, their computer, setting up their computer, all that mumbo jumbo stuff. 45 minutes goes there, they're going to charge you for it, because at the end of the day, they have to edit things over, they're going to have to stud their studio. So in reality, it's more like, they're going to charge you $500 to $1,000. I'll show that in just a second. So basically, if you go into audiobook narrator and you go to the jobs, you're going to find some right here, and I'll show you this one right here as an example. Right, and this person right here, you'll get an engaging professionally narrated audiobook, and then it starts at $120 for 3,600 if you will, seconds. It's written here, and then you go to advanced 3,600 seconds. They also do audio editing, split the chapters, noise reduction, and all that kind of stuff, right? So $300 for 3,600 seconds. If I put a calculator real quick, let's just do that. I've done that. So let's see, 3,600, right, seconds divided by 60 seconds is 60 minutes. So 1 hour of audio, they're charging $300, okay? Now, this is actually among the lowest, actually. It can go up to 500,000. I'll show you some examples of that. Now, the reason why I'm showing it to you is that you have to pick a vehicle where the opportunity, the supply and demand, as they say, right? There's so few people who are publishing things and stuff like that. And then there's so many customers. It's like the early days of Google, let's say, the early days of Facebook, the early days of Amazon, the early days of Kindle, right? Amazon ebook publishing, the early days of, for example, Twitter and all these other things, right? So that is the reason why people succeed. They were in the early days, and I've seen this last 15 years that I've been doing this, right? And I've been doing this full time. So the vehicle matters. You could do this $300 type of thing in a couple of minutes, the same amount of couple of minutes that would have taken, or you can do basically, like if you go in here, and I'll type in here, okay? So let's go to Project Catalog, which is the Upwork platform, and then browse Project Catalog here, and I type in, say, graphic design. You'll see this, right? Text to images, right? The thing that is hot right now, text to images and stuff like that. Now, when you go to images, this is the problem. See this? Like, check this out. You will get a poster, flyer, leaflet, banner, any graphic design, $15, and number of revisions is 1. You want more revisions and stuff, it's only right here, as you can see, $35. You can decide whether you want to do this activity that's going to generate, and you're competing with $15 people, or you want to do an activity where there's $300 charged. And in fact, it'll be faster too, right? This is where AI comes in, and this is what the vehicle I was trying to tell you about matters, okay? The mistake people make is they'll listen to any guru, whatever they're being told, they'll go in, they're going to join this, and you're going to see that text to images thing. Why? Why is that the case? So if you look at text to images and all the other AI platforms that have come in recently, DALL-E and all that, if you go to playground.ai and some other platforms, they're doing it for free. Like in this case, playground.ai, if you go into their pricing page, it's free for everyone for 1,000 images per day. So there's no competitive advantage, right? Like you will never be able to compete with somebody who can generate 1,000 of these for free with text to image, right? That's why I don't do text to images, because there's no competition in terms of competitive advantage that you have, right? It's just not going to be fun. That's why you're going to be competing with people doing $10 jobs, $5 jobs and stuff like that. And you're never going to win that way, because the vehicle that you enter matters, okay? When you enter, and it has to be high enough, and it should be worth it enough for you to get in, okay? So that's where HumanTalk comes into play, which is it's going to allow you to create full-fledged, complete audiobooks that other people are charging $300, or so for 60 minutes and stuff like that. And similarly, it's also going to allow you to do copywriting and some high-level stuff, where this person right here, right, Ben, is charging for copywriting $1,500 here for webinar presentation, email sequences, $3,000 for email sequences and stuff like that, right? We're doing the same level, and these people will be replaced. Copywriters will be replaced, voiceover artists will be replaced, graphic designers will be replaced, programmers will be replaced, whether you like it or not, right? All I'm saying is that in the next 5 to 10 years, these will be obsolete, okay? And you cannot do anything about it other than jump in at the right place at the right time, okay? So with the HumanTalk application, which is included, you can take this content and convert them into voices with emotions. Okay. Now, what can you do with that? Well, you can publish them, right? You can publish them in platforms like ACX, which is basically audible.com and some other places. You can also publish them into all these other 50 platforms without any monthly fees, yearly fees, or anything like that. All you have to do with these platforms is like they'll basically distribute it for you for free with no monthly fees, nothing. And they will basically give you 70 to 80% of the royalty, meaning they'll keep about 20% or so in royalties themselves, and they'll give you 70 to 80%, and they'll distribute it everywhere for you. There are these platforms that you can leverage. The reason why nobody is doing it, and I'll show you how crazy it is, like when you actually go in. So let me give you an example, right? And it's just the basic idea is incredible because the competition is just non-existent, right? So you go to Amazon.com, and I typed in Think and Grow Rich, right? By Napoleon Hill. And there's 4,000 books in the books category, right? You see that books category? There's in fact a lot more. Same thing in Audible, right? There's only 141 competitors, right? Same thing. If I go in and type in lead generation, which is a very hot topic, right? There's millions of YouTube videos. There's only 41 audiobooks in Audible. And if I go into Amazon and let's type in lead generation here, right? There's over 4,000, right? So this is the problem here, okay? In Amazon right now, because it's saturated with the ebooks and stuff like that, there's thousands of people you're competing with, but here there's only 41 you're competing with. Why is that the case, right? The reason why that is the case is that it's so expensive to create audiobooks, okay? A lot of people don't know it's super, super expensive to do audiobooks. Like, I'll give you a perfect example, right? Like, there are platforms out there which charge an arm and a leg just to do audiobooks and stuff like that, where they're charging thousands of dollars each, okay? So let me explain what I mean by that, right? There are people right now, if you want to actually create, these audiobooks and stuff like that, they are actually charging, right? Monthly fees, they're charging basically yearly fees, and on top of that, they are also charging on top of that the narration fees, meaning basically for the voiceovers, they're doing it. So let me explain that. So if you go into Google and you type in this find away voices, so you go in there and then you can go in and you'll see, you go to pricing, same thing. They publish stuff. Where they actually do is that they're gonna allow you to keep 80% of the royalties, as I was mentioning to you earlier. But the catch is that to make the audiobook, so meaning you created an audiobook, which you can create, by the way, the text, right? Put it into an ebook and then convert it into voiceovers. They're charging, as you can see here, like it can go from 100,000 words, 90,000 words, or whatever. It can go $2,475 to $3,000. Even if you say 1,500, it adds up very quickly, right? This is your competitive advantage. With AI now, you can create any amount of voiceovers, which I'm going to show you. There's no other platform like it, with emotions, and basically where you can emote, happy, sad, and narrate it. And again, you can do unlimited amount of them without having to pay $2,000 or more. That's where the profit margin is. In fact, if you go into platforms like Gutenberg and stuff like Sun Tzu, The Art of War, right? You probably are familiar with it. Well, that book is in public domain. You see, this original publication is 1920, and it's a public domain, right? Anything that is in public domain, you can utilize it, and other copyright-free works as well. You can create derivatives of it and audiobooks of it. So in other words, so what you could do is you could go in and create an audiobook of it and publish it on, for example, Audible and some stuff like that. So if I do Sun Tzu, Art of War, and you can do this in other languages too, by the way, okay? Spanish and stuff. You see this 122, all of them are making sense. This is Aiden, Simon, these are all people narrating it and publishing it here, right? And Cindy, right? You see this? And you can actually generate a revenue stream like that, passive revenue stream. And if you can create unlimited of these audiobooks without, having to pay monthly fees and yearly fees and all that, that's going to be a big game changer for you, right? And that is how AI is going to help you, okay? In fact, there's this recent book that I wanted to show you an example. Then I'll show you some demos. Is that if you go into this books and just put reality trans surfing, right? This is a very dense book. It's made by a PhD quantum mechanics professor, and it's got 1,107 reviews. This particular book. Now, if you scroll down here, a summary of this book, which you can create, what I just showed you, right? Summarizer, text summarizer. It's 42, so it made already hundreds of sales, and several hundreds, by the way. And then here's another one. right? Check this. The best quotes from that book. Okay, Jana did it. So 91 reviews. So she's got thousands of sales for this already just by creating the best quotes, or a summary, if you will, from this book, right? So this is what I'm talking about. And in fact, if you go into Audible for this one, and you can go to Apple iTunes, and you can go to other places you can publish as well. But I just wanted to show you as well. So if you go in here, there's not even an audiobook for this, right? You see this? There's no audiobook. There's so many people who are buying this book that they would love an audiobook for that to be published here, and they would love to buy it, right? And they would love to actually use it, right? Then there's no audiobook here. So if you do that audiobook in Spanish or English, Italian, other places, there's a huge profit potential here, right? Because a lot of authors, they don't have the money to spend on that $2,000 or $3,000, nor do they even know that they can make more money with Audible. You can help them out here. In fact, you can publish here as well, especially the public domain and copyright free. It's even better, right? This is the beauty. This is the concept, right? Now, if you go into the HumanTalk application, you can create full-fledged audiobooks with emotions, okay? It is so easy. Like, you can go in here and you can pick. And there are people where you can add emotions, or actually we have people as well where there's our human clone voices, over 800 of them, where different people have different personalities. Some people are good for ads, some people are good for broadcasting, some people are good for narration, that sort of thing. Now, I'll show you how fast this is, okay? So let's say, for example, you have Davis, right? And you go in and you click, I'll show you the demos in just a second, but when you click whispering voice or whatever, click next, and then it's asking me to write the text. So let's say I created this here, right? This text, right? So I can have it even big text or whatever it might be. So it can be any text right now, right? So look, check this out, okay? Check this out. I can copy, paste, and I'll do this where I'm gonna do like, a ton of these audios, and then I can click agree, and then click next, and I'm gonna give it a name. So the reason why it is, you can do 10 minutes long, and you can merge them all together. So if I do part one, well, before I even wrote it, so part one, let's say it's personal development book, right? Audio book or whatever. I click save. Automatically it's saved the part one. Now if I want to do the second part of it, and I could say I want to do somebody else. Like I want to use Arya, and I want her basically where she's cheerful, let's say, okay? I want to do this, click next, go here, boom, paste this, right? Click on this right here. And basically, and again, you can even add up more. I'll just add up more and more and more and more, right? So you can do whatever, and then click next, and then you want to give it part two. So part two, audio book, personal depth. See, before I even write the name, it's done. Right? Now click save. Let's do one more, okay? Like I'll show you one more, and I'll show you the magic here. Okay, let's go to Jason. Jason is basically terrified, right, in the narration of the audiobook, and this is basically another maybe 8 minutes, 10 minutes audio, whatever, right? So cool. All right, so I just said I agree, and then I click next, right? And then I'll give it part three, personal, so you can create chapters, right? Like I'll show you personal development. Look how fast that is. This is where the magic happens. Click save. Now we have part one, part two, part three. Maybe this is going to be our first chapter, right? So we can click 1, 2, 3 to create a chapter, and then we'll click on combine, and we're going to name it chapter 1 personal dev book, okay? Audiobook, let's say. Okay, this is the chapter 1, and we're gonna do some pausing. So between each of them, there's gonna be some natural pausing, so it doesn't look unrealistic. Click create clip. Let's see what the magic is. Okay, here we've right now. That's it. 3 seconds. We created a 30-minute audiobook in just 2 minutes. Isn't that amazing? Just click download and it's done. This is what it is all about, making it as simple as possible so that you don't have to ever worry about basically any of that mumbo jumbo stuff, any technical stuff, because the easier it is, the more likely you're going to do it, right? Do you see yourself? Let me know in chat box. Do you see yourself where you could use something like this? Right. Now, let me show you some demos of this. You can download this, obviously. Now, let me show you some demos of these voiceovers, because I'm getting some people asking me, does it look natural? Will they pass through as a natural thing and that sort of thing? Well, yes. Okay, so let me show you that right now so you can see some real demos. And again, these are all voiceovers in the application that I created in 2 minutes. Okay, the content was generated with AI, and then the voiceovers were generated, and the audiobooks were generated and stuff like that. Okay, just it's going to give you a ton of ideas. Okay, so let me show you.
Muted.
Finally, the kids are asleep. Keep your voice on the down low. It took me a while to put them to bed. Jack was a bundle of energy today. He had so much to say and was running around the house and played in the backyard.
Sarah was busy with her crafts. She really enjoyed the new puzzles we got her for Christmas.
I am really sad to part with all of my friends from town. The journey has come to an end. All the years of friendships, memories, and stories will remain in my heart forever. One journey ends and another begins. I am really looking forward to starting my job in a new town and building a new life.
Unmuted.
So let me show you another one, okay? So it's gonna be awesome. Wait, I'll show you terrified, okay? Let's talk about terrified, and I'll show you this just a second. And again, this is all created within the application in just a couple of seconds, okay? Watch this, watch, and it's all AI by the way, because these are cloned human clone voices. So let me show you this.
Muted.
Your town in pitch darkness. Stuck on a deserted road in an unfamiliar town in pitch darkness was terrifying. Every muscle in my body and face began to quiver. My eyes shifted from side to scan the surroundings. My heart started to pace. After being stranded in the middle of nowhere for almost an hour, I was lucky to find a lonely car on the road and hitchhike back to the city. It was an eerie experience.
Attention everyone! Sorry for shouting, but there are a lot of people in here, and it seems to be the only way to grab your attention. The train leaving to Berlin at 7:30 p.m. has been cancelled due to inclement weather. Please approach the booking desk to find an alternative route for your journey. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Let me show you one with like different accent, like British accent and that sort of thing.
Yay! I got a promotion at my job today. I am so thrilled and excited for my new role and all the responsibilities that come with it. I can't wait to share this news with my husband and friends and take them out for a nice dinner to celebrate.
What a show. I have a secret to share. This is my whispering voice. We're going to keep it at the down low to demonstrate my voice. I hope you are impressed. It took me months to train the AI to perfect my tone pitch to get the perfect whispering voice.
Attention everyone, good evening. We have a great show for you this evening. Sit tight. This is going to be an exhilarating ride. Our performers are ready to give you an evening you are going to remember. Take your seats and get ready for showtime.
Yay! I got a promotion.
What a mess. I am so mad I missed my interview due to all that traffic today. It was a nightmare navigating through the chaos created by an accident on the highway. I hope I get a second chance. There are so many careless drivers on the road, it really ticks me off.
Stuck on a deserted road.
Finally, the kids are asleep. Keep your voice on the down low. It took me a while to put them to bed. Jack was a bundle of energy today. He had so much to say and was running around the house and played in the backyard. Sarah was busy with her crafts. She really enjoyed the new puzzles we got her for Christmas.
What a mess. I am so mad I missed my interview due to all that traffic today. It was a nightmare navigating through the chaos created by an accident on the highway.
I am really sad to part with all of my friends from college. The journey has come to an end. All the years of friendships, memories, and stories will remain in my heart forever. One journey ends and another begins. Looking forward to meeting my partners and my baby sister.
My friends always said I had a great smile. But I was surprised to know that smiling has some health benefits too. I read an article online today that mentioned that smiling can boost mood, reduce blood pressure, reduce pain and stress, and strengthen the immune system. So don't forget to smile.
Pretty awesome, right? Isn't that cool? Must be giving you some ideas, right? How you can use it. This works well for all types of stuff. And the thing is, we can create hours-long audiobooks with these voices. It's a big game changer because nobody will know that it's an AI-generated voice. These AI folks are not sleeping, right? They are basically right on demand for you to do anything you want, 800 of them. Now, basically all these right here that you see, they have different styles of voices. Some of them are good for ads, some of them are good for broadcast and all that kind of good stuff. And you basically get to choose whatever you want for whatever purpose you want. That's what makes a big game changer, right? Now think of it this way, right? Now you got the ability to create hours long audios, right, and voiceovers like I told you. Now and then you also got the ability to create the content that you deserve. You should agree with me now, where if I told you, go to this platform, upload the audiobook, it'll automatically distribute to all these platforms, right? And then all you have to do is sit back, relax, get all the traffic, leads, and sales, because they're going to get you the traffic. They're going to get you all that, and basically they're going to get you the distribution, right? So then basically you're going to get the leads, the people that you need. And now you'll have credibility, because when people search for your name, now you're going to be on top of search results as an author, as a publisher. And also you're going to have the other benefit, which is basically you're going to get a passive income stream. Like imagine you have 10, 15, 20 of these audiobooks out there, especially in hot in demand markets. I mean, you can do it for any market really, and you can do really, really well doing it. And I was just trying to show you this Audible, right? I mean, you can do it in other things as well. Like here's, for example, right? If we do the real estate, right? Investing, let's say, right? You want to do an audiobook on real estate investing, right? There's 1,074, but check this out, okay? If we do real estate lead generation, right? Only 6. You see that? If I do the same thing in YouTube, you got millions of books, right? Same thing, for example, when somebody goes on Google, it's going to be number 1 on Google, and you can even give it away for free if you want and generate leads and sales and stuff like that as well. And we've noticed that you can just get a passive income of 10 to 20, 30 bucks a day just off of putting them up there. Maybe not all of them will click, out of 10, 1 will. It's just a numbers game, because there's no competition here, right? I mean, in YouTube, you're dealing with millions of content creators. In, for example, Google, you're dealing with millions of websites. In, for example, social media like Facebook and stuff, there are people publishing and posting content videos every single day. Here, there's zero competition. Isn't that awesome? This is what I mean by high leverage activities, where you jump in before anybody else, you get a competitive advantage. And then now, because there's no competition, you always end up on the winning side, right? And that's how you have to play the game to actually succeed long term, not short term, but really, really long term. Okay. Now, I want to kind of explain to you how this whole process comes together, okay? Now, this is just one of it. Like you can create videos with those voiceovers. You can create, for example, put them up. You can even publish them into YouTube, put basically a thumbnail and basically generate it, and it's going to be seen by a lot of people. You can even do it in other languages as well and stuff like that. You see how here I have under languages, I have French here, as you see. So that's also something you can do, right? So it's basically beautiful, and it's very, very powerful. Now, I know one of the things that you might be wondering is, can I do it? Like, can I see myself doing it? All I'm saying is you don't have to do anything. You just upload the audiobooks here, and you can even create ebooks, right? With this stuff, we're going to teach you step by step. I'll get to that in just a second. And you can basically create that content using this technology. You can use anything else. ChatGPT is there, other stuff as well. The beauty is that the opportunity of actually using AI to generate that audio books for you is going to change the game, the way you do business forever, because it's going to give you that competitive edge, which video marketing would not have easily given you. Even content generation would not have easily given you. There's a lot of people generating text content right now, right? It's not going to be able to give you an edge. This is the edge, okay? And I'm telling you right now, if you actually implement things and follow along with it, and I'm going to mentor you, I'm going to do everything in my power to ensure that you can actually get up and running and succeed with this, okay? Now, I have one important question for you. You've seen me doing this. This is just one idea. I'm the #1 affiliate marketer in the world in many marketplaces and stuff like that. And there's other ways you can use this, right? For podcasts and stuff like that. Now, just have a quick question for you, right? If I showed you, regardless of which part of the world you're in, regardless of which language you're in speaking, if I showed you how to get on Audible and some of these other platforms with your audiobooks, and also not just that, you can get into other ones as well. There's 50 different platforms out there, right? And if I showed you how to do this, right, and you could generate a lot of these up there in different markets, right, in any market you can desire, where people are going about their way, and then now they are going to see and listen to your audiobooks, right, whether they're doing chores at house, they're traveling, they're in their car, whatever it might be. Now, do you see where if I mentor you, coach you one-on-one on Skype, and have my team even give you phone assistance where we're on the phone to assist you, right? And you're just basically dragging you to the finish line, forcing you to succeed. Do you see yourself where you can at least, have some results, better results than you've ever gotten with no mumbo jumbo stuff? Because again, as I said, you can generate an audiobook in just mere minutes. I'm talking 3 minutes, 5 minutes or so. You already saw how I did it, right? And do you see yourself? Like, I just want you to understand and let me know yes or no in the chat box, because very important you understand, life is very simple. The more simpler it is, and simpler you make it appear, the more easier it gets to see and get results, right? Oftentimes what happens is these gurus out there, they complicate things on purpose. They want you to think that they're a bunch of geniuses, and because of the fact that there's a bunch of geniuses that you'll get stuck to it, and then that's where the results show for themselves. Information overload, shiny object syndrome, more confusion, and not knowing where to go, what to do, right? So my proposition is very simple, just very straightforward. I'm going to teach you this step by step. I have some other bonuses I'm going to give you and show you. And if you follow along with me and you get a return on investment, awesome. You can pay for these platforms with the profits you generate. If not, I don't want a single penny. All the audiobooks you generated, all the other stuff that you've created, for example, the content, the articles, anything else and everything else you created until then, you keep it. Okay. It's my way of saying thank you for trying it out and, going around it. Now, just to put this in perspective, right? As I was trying to mention to you earlier about this, right? If you, basically go in and you check, right? There's $2,475 or so to generate this. And if you got a professional to do this, it's even more expensive. And just think about it. For us, our hard cost right now is about $80 to $85 a month. Okay, I'll just make it basically for you. So meaning you start creating audiobooks and stuff like that, it costs me, your account costs me $80 a month in cost because of servers and some other things behind the scenes that we have to do. And that's not even including the production cost to create the technology, maintain it, and all that kind of good stuff, right? Support and all that. So my point is, if you use it properly, and you actually get benefit from it, it's going to be a big game changer, right? Now, what if you don't have to pay a monthly fee? You can get lifetime access to this technology where you can generate an unlimited amount of audiobooks. And not only do that, because you're a customer of mine, I'll go a step further and make sure that I'll give you some bonuses to ensure you get success. And if you don't, hey, it didn't cost you a single penny. You leave, at least you got an education of a lifetime, and you can get some passive income stream from all the audiobooks you got there that are generating your royalties and search engine rankings and clout in the marketplace, right? And you become a best-selling author and that sort of thing. And this is a game changer because that's what will set you apart from everybody else, right? And this is just one idea. There's tons of them you can use and that sort of thing, right? Do I have your agreement in there? Now, let me show you a couple of things, right? Now, I'm seeing some people asking like, how much does this thing cost? Well, I'll get to that in just a second. All these platforms and all the audios you create, all the projects that you create, all the content you create will be hosted on Amazon and Google's award-winning cloud infrastructure, so they can handle any amount of them, and it's gonna be super fast. And the reason why this is so cool is that because of this fact that it's here, it's infinitely scalable as well, right? I'm going to show you that in just a second. Now, one thing I wanted to be clear so you understand is that you have to really implement and jump in on this right away, as I mentioned before, right? Now, before I get to the price, again, just want to understand, right? As I mentioned to you before, I've shown you the strategy, just one of them. Publishing your audiobooks and get there, and it's going to give you a competitive advantage. You don't have to pay another voiceover artist or some other platform to generate the narration and all that. You're going to be set, and you can even create content even if you have no clue about that topic, because there's a lot of public domain books. You can even generate that content with ChatGPT or even our own content creator, up to you, whatever works for you. I would prefer our content creator because ours is more robust, but hey, everybody has preferences. And now you generate audiobooks. It's super powerful, right? To get traffic, leads, and sales. So now, I've been thinking about it, like what do we price? Now, you see in the marketplace, there's a lot of these so-called folks talking about AI technologies. Then they'll do this, right? They're going to be like, okay, it's only $49. Then they're going to say upgrade number 1, upgrade number 2, upgrade. I'm even going to put upgrade upsell number 5. And then it's going to have $707. They're going to say high ticket webinar on top, so that to really succeed, they're going to coach you and whatever. And then it's going to cost you $1,700 before you know it. And then the thing is, they're gone after a year or two because, they're going to say, oh, I don't know. I have no clue. The developer was somebody who did it. I'm not sure. And they hide behind a company and they run away, right? Happens all the time. And me being in this business for 15 years, I have a reputation to uphold. Even this project doesn't make me a profit. I have other businesses that make me enough so that I can make it worthwhile. My goal is results, right? So I want to make sure that there's none of this mumbo jumbo stuff. I'm going to include everything, meaning all the upgrades, all the things that you'll ever need, unlimited access, meaning there's no monthly credits, no monthly fees, any of that mumbo jumbo stuff. And on top of that, you get to use it right away, instantly. So you don't have to wait it. It's not, you have to wait for it to be ready. It's ready right now for you to use, and it's fully battle tested to use and scale up right out of the gate, right? And you can get it for a low cost. So we were thinking of charging $97 a month, but that's not going to help you, right? In any way, shape, or form. So what I was thinking is I should give you a lifetime deal with no upsells, no downsells, any of that mumbo jumbo stuff, plus the coaching, mentorship, one-on-one to get you to the finish line. And I was thinking if I do $997 one-time payment, that'd be awesome in terms of for me, not for you, right? And so I thought, okay, I'll do it 50% into $497. But even then, how is that helping me to help you go to the next level. So just for today, just understand this. You can do it where it's going to cost you maybe 1 hour worth of audiobook. You can do that for just unlimited amount of audiobooks just for the simple price that you see here, okay, which I'm going to reveal right now, of just $297, meaning you're going to give you a $200 discount from that $497 I was trying to tell you. One-time payment for lifetime access. You can create unlimited amount of audiobooks. All the updates for future updates are free. In fact, we released in the last 1 year only one other application. You probably are familiar with it, HumanPal, and we updated 3 times, right? 3 versions, and we gave it away for free. So all the future updates are free as well. And you also have a payment plan option, just slightly more expensive right here. As you can see, it's $69 spread out over 5 months, and it's $345. Okay. And slightly more expensive, so I recommend you to get this. And the advantages with the $297, you can also use the PayPal credit option, which basically means that in the United States or United Kingdom, I'll talk about that in just a second, there's no payments, no interest for 6 full months in the United States and 3 to 4 full months in the United Kingdom. That's effectively, I mean, you're getting it for free today if you use PayPal credit. I'll show you that in just a second. You can go here at www.humantalk.io/YESYes and you get in, and I'm sure I'm going to be giving away some prizes and everything else like that. Don't worry, even if you get it and you post your transaction ID and all that kind of good stuff, when you become a winner, we're picking it from the comments section randomly, I'll PayPal you whatever the difference is, including the fees. So don't worry about it. So if you're one of the free copy winners, it'll get you in. It's just that I want to make sure that everybody gets in and takes advantage of this incredible technology. Okay. Now, I have some special bonuses as well that I want to give to you, and I'll get to that in just a second. But just understand, with just one audiobook, it's going to cost you $500 to $1,000 if it is a 3-hour audiobook, right? You can create unlimited for just one-time payment, no mumbo jumbo stuff. And it's instant. You can create it in 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. And the beauty is you get a 30 days, no questions asked money back guarantee. So you use it for your heart's desire. And here's my proposal. Remember I told you earlier on, I need your commitment. Now here is the stage, right? As I mentioned to you before, use this technology and to your heart's desire. I'll give you 30 days to do so. I'll train you step by step to ensure that you get success. We'll even help you on the phone, on Skype, everywhere we can to push you to the finish line. If you do not at least get double this, like meaning you got $297, let's say $600, you're not made, I insist you take every single penny back, no questions asked, and keep all the bonuses that I'll be sharing with you in just a second. All the consulting will give you, and all the courses will give you in AI and all the other bonuses. Plus, all the audiobooks that you created until that point that you published, is all the royalties are yours to keep. I'll not ask a single penny for you. So that means it'll generate you 10, 30, 40 bucks per day in profit over time. It's fine, yours to keep, because I'm confident that you apply this, you're going to get results, especially with my mentorship and coaching, because I know for a fact that the people I've gone through over the years, the people who have committed and went all in on this have done so. Now, if you're dabbling or you're not sure yet and all that kind of stuff, all I'm saying is the difference between success and failure is people who jump all in and give it a shot, give it a whirl, and then the results are there to speak, right? And I'm going to tell you, the AI revolution is not waiting for anybody, right? When you jump in right now and you want to take advantage of it, you will get that first mover's advantage, right? So just get in and post your transaction in the chat box. You can either get the $297 also the payment plan. The $297, I have a couple of special bonuses that I have for you that I want to share with you, and you can keep those bonuses as well just for giving it a whirl. I've left the link in the chat box as well to your right, so you can click on it and go there. One important thing is that I'm going to be announcing from the chat box the winners. My team is going to be sending that over to me. There's the $100 winners or the free copy winners. So any questions you have, you can post them. I'll be happy to answer them, and you'll be eligible to win as well prizes, right? Obviously. So basically, what I wanted to show you is the PayPal credit option. Okay, so if you use the PayPal option in the checkout page and then you log in, and if you're in the United States, you're in the USA, it's 6 months, no payments, no interest. The only thing is that they have a limit, I think $120 or something like that minimum payment you have to do. And for 6 months, if you do that $297, option, one-time payment for lifetime access, you're going to get basically no payments, no interest for 6 full months. And if you pay that back by then, there's no interest as well charged. So literally getting it for free today. And in fact, in 29 days, 25 days or whatever, you decide, okay, this is not for you. It didn't cost you a single penny. And basically you get every single penny back, which you didn't even put. So effectively getting it for free today. I want to do this so that you get, have no excuse on your part not to get in. And if you're in the UK, it's about 3 to 4 months, depending on which part of the UK you are in, 3 months, 90 days or 120 days, no payments, no interest if you're in the UK. So you're going to check out and you're going to click on that PayPal credit option and you're going to get that. Of course, we have other options as well, like Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay, Google Pay, American Express, Discover, and all that kind of good stuff. And also, if you're not part of these two places, for sure use these other options. And I'm there for you. The key thing though that I want to mention and I want you to understand is that the difference between success and failure is not just the technology is great, but also the mentorship and coaching. Okay, so instead of waiting until 29 days or something, I want to make sure in the next 14 days you follow along some training and some assistance that I'm going to give you along with the bonuses that I'm going to give you, and boom, you're set and you're ready to rock. Okay, so what I mean by that is I'm going to give you 10 days step-by-step HumanTalk success training. This is going to be talking about different topics, by the way. Okay, we're going to be talking about every day, so you don't have to attend all 10 because I know information overload. You don't want to watch 30 hours worth of training. So we're going to be talking about one about audiobooks particularly, and publishing, for example, on Kindle, because you're going to publish an ebook as well. So we're going to talk about audiobooks in one of them. We're going to be talking about affiliate marketing, right? And I'm the #1 affiliate in the world in many platforms. So I'm going to show you how to use affiliate marketing to use these audios and content creation, stuff like that, in AI particularly, to automate that. I'm going to be talking about copywriting. How do you create AI copywriting, and basically how to be a copywriter, okay? And the thing is with copywriting, it's just about what instructions you give. I'm going to be talking about in one of them about e-commerce. Some of you folks have service-based businesses, agencies. I'm going to talk about all that stuff, how you can leverage this to grow your brand or business. So nothing is left behind. You only come to the ones which benefit you. And you're going to get recordings for the other ones where you can watch later. So there's no information overload, right? And on top of that as well, you're going to get a course that I actually sold privately in the past, and very recently the feedback has been great. I'm going to do it as a live stream this time around so that you can learn and earn at the same time as well. So the idea is it's an audio books publishing process. This is a live stream, so this will be form of live stream, which I'm going to do. So any questions you have and that sort of thing. So the thing with audiobooks publishing is it's a 5-step process, right? You plan, you structure, you write, you create, and then you publish, right? And the thing is, to do that, you need step-by-step instructions, right? It might only take me maybe an hour of my time, but the point is, I'm going to show you step 1, do this, okay? Create an account here. Step 2, add your bank account details to get wire transfers for the royalties. Step 3, this is the niche markets you can do to actually get results, where these are the low-hanging fruit markets. I'm going to show you this in course, and you can keep this bonus. This is a complete full-fledged course on selling audiobooks and even giving away audiobooks to generate more leads, sales, and profits. I'm going to give you this right now. Even if you leave and get every single penny back, you can keep this course, okay? I want to do it in live streams because you're going to enjoy the content, but also I'm going to handhold you, right? And basically some questions you may be having, and we'll work on it together, right? And if you cannot attend, obviously there's also replays as well, okay? You're going to get this for free specifically as well. And I'm also going to give you Voices Request Club. So what happens is the technology that we have, right? Let's say you like somebody who's 50 years old or 55 years old or 20 years old. You're reaching different audiences, let's say, and you want somebody who's a spokesperson. Even though the 800 are there's maybe you wanted more. Instead of paying a subscription for more voices, or instead of paying more for upsells or downsells or upgrades or cross-sells, all that mumbo jumbo stuff, this is a bonus where you can request for them in a roadmap or elsewhere. And then you will get this for basically free. We're going to add voices that you request because we don't know what you want. Our technology is so advanced that basically you can literally, you want a spokesperson of certain attributes and certain diversity or maybe accents. We can actually have them cloned, and then their voice will be yours. And then basically now you can create unlimited audiobooks with them as well. Isn't that cool? And that is basically included as well as a special bonus. And you're also going to get unlimited speech text. This is one of the biggest requests people had. You're going to get beta access to this application, basically, where this will basically convert any speech into text. Okay. So the beauty of this is, I'm going to show you this application right now. It's so easy to use. I mean, it's a beta. It works on Windows and Mac right now. It doesn't work for other stuff like Linux and stuff doesn't work. It works on Windows and Mac. If you have Windows or Mac, it works perfectly fine. So now how this works is basically you can basically go in. I'll show you. So you go into the application, okay, and I'll show you right now. So this is how the application looks. So easy, so straightforward. And you go into this application like so, and you choose one. I have this productivity test 8 minutes audio file. You click there, and you choose, do you want transcribe or translate? So it's also going to transcribe things or translate it into different language. So any audio you give it, it's going to translate into different text, different language, or transcribes it. So I'm going to do English here for this one. You can even automatically detect the language, and then you click run, okay? And it's going to do its thing right out of the gate, and then automatically it's going to transcribe that audio, and it's going to make it into text. Isn't that cool? So this is in beta right now, so I wanted to sell it in the past, but you're gonna get this super simple application because I'm a big believer in simplicity. I don't want to complicate things too much because the more simple it is, the more likely you're going to use it, right? And so it's just going to take maybe 30 seconds to a minute or something for an 8-minute clip, maybe slightly more depending on what it is, what device you use, what type of transcription is, what languages and stuff like that. But you can create unlimited transcriptions and stuff like that with this easy to use application. Now, as I'm speaking this is working, it's doing its thing, it's completed now. You see this? So when it's completed, you double click on it, it's going to look like this. Okay, you see this? Everything is transcribed for me. So now I can create audiobooks where I can take an audiobook, transcribe it, and now I can create it in a different language. I can take, for example, existing audiobooks, my own audios that I've created, and get it transcribed and get it and done in a different, like maybe whispering tone, angry tone, or whatever. And you can do this right at the gate. So you're going to get this, and I'll let you keep this bonus even if you decide this HumanTalk technology is not for you and get a refund. I'll let you keep this, okay? It's my way of saying thank you. Only thing is it's in beta, so it's not gonna be like having a snazzy sales page and all that mumbo jumbo stuff. I'm gonna sell this later on in the future, but you can try it out and it's risk-free on you. I mean, what do you gotta lose, right? And then the other bonus you're gonna get, okay, is our direct HumanPal integration. So this was another requested thing from our customers. HumanPal, as you know, is one of our flagship projects and products. So when we created the HumanTalk technology and the emotional voices and stuff like that, the natural thing is, can we use these voices in HumanPal as well? If you're a HumanPal customer, that's one of the questions you have, right? So if you get HumanTalk, what we're going to do is on March 8th or thereabouts, right, plus or minus 1 or 2 days, the reason is that by then I'm going to finish up with all the trainings and stuff like that I have, live streams and stuff like that to get you up and running with audiobooks and stuff like that, so you can focus on this. You will have the ability where these voices will come up into your HumanPal account as a special bonus. Nobody else gets access to it, only HumanTalk customers. So if you have HumanPal and HumanTalk, it's a perfect match. So how this is going to work, just so you understand, I'll show you this in real time so you get a better idea, is if you go into HumanPal application, I'll show you this right now because this is a top requested feature. You're into HumanPal. Let's say you chose any template here, let's say, and you picked one of these templates right here, and you got in, you picked the spokesperson here. Right now, as it stands, you can take the voiceovers and voices that are created in the HumanTalk application. You can go to import audio in your HumanPal application if you have it, and then click on this, and then click select from library, right? This option right here, and then you can import it, and automatically whatever you import will be perfectly lip synced. That's automatic, okay? What we're gonna do on top of that is we're gonna actually integrate it into HumanPal as a special bonus. If you get HumanTalk and you already have HumanPal, it's gonna come up under the text-to-speech option under these voices here as well. The reason why it's a lot of complexity because these people have to emote with that particular thing. The lips have to match and all that. It's a lot of work, but you're gonna give you this to you as a bonus. And I have a special training on that coming up as well, so it's gonna be pretty awesome. And we want to do this because the advantage here is that you can do the best of both worlds together because these are two of our flagship products, so you can use it right out of the gate. And the beauty is also as time goes along, we're gonna make HumanPal even better and better, right? And HumanTalk as well. So the voices and the content generated will be perfectly working here, where we're planning on creating longer length videos with HumanPal and stuff down the line. So that's something as well that will work really hand in hand with both these tools. That's what we are working on, integrating all our applications together so that you get the most benefit from it. So it's gonna be awesome, okay? And watch out for this one. And again, to receive these bonuses, because I'm actually sending them out manually, we need you to send your transaction ID to this email, bonus@humantalk.io, okay? bonus@humantalk.io. If you send it there, we're gonna manually check your receipt and see if you purchased it, and then get you access to the bonuses that I'm telling you, okay? Now, the other bonus you're gonna get is our AI prompts intensive course. Now, the cool thing with this is that one of the secrets for success with AI text generation, content generation, is the prompts you give it, right? So prompts basically means I want this type of content and all that. there's actually right now $2,000 courses, $10,000 masterminds on AI prompts, really. Okay. And as somebody who's experienced with this, somebody who's looked into this for the last several years now, I'm going to do a really advanced course on this. And it's again going to be in the form of live streams. So if you cannot attend, again, you can basically get the replay for this one recording. So what this will be is I'm going to show you everything you need to succeed with prompts, what you need to do, what you don't need to do. And you can use this for ChatGPT. You can use it with our own content generation, up to you, whatever works. And this will solve the issue of content generation in the format that you desire to get results. Okay. And again, you can keep this course completely for free, even if you decide HumanTalk is not free, you get every single penny back. My way of saying thank you, because I know you're going to get results. And when you get results, why would you want to leave, right? You're going to be happy with it and keep moving on forward. Now, you're also going to get one-on-one Skype mentorship and phone support from myself and my team. This is only for the people who buy the $297 full pay plan, simply because we cannot offer this to everybody. Imagine time is the most limited asset, right? The beauty of this one is that if you are stuck with anything, we're going to give you a phone number to call, or we're going to give you Skype assistance or chat assistance, whatever it is. The idea is that you're never going to get stuck. You're never going to get left behind. Okay. There's no more information overload, no more somebody hiding behind a support desk. You can email our support team. It's great. We have 15 hours support per day, but sometimes, some things might fall through the cracks, whatever. Well, this is it. I mean, we're going to make sure that with the assistance, mentorship, guidance, there's no way you're not going to implement things. There's no way you're not going to actually, finish things, right? And when you know the fact that you publish things, you put things out there, you're going to get that traffic, leads, and sales. Then at the end of the day, the hard work is cut out for you, right? And that's the beauty here, okay? And this is something that, only is for a limited amount of people who are live today. After that, not going to be available to anybody else after that, because the time is the most limited asset in the world, right? I want to ensure that we give that commitment to everybody, the time commitment, right? And finally, you're going to get this, but I'm not going to give you hundreds of bonuses, only stuff which is useful for you. This is also for the $297 full pay buyers, which is the audio and video marketplace builder. This comes with unlimited web hosting for unlimited websites, and it comes with funnel builder, membership site builder, and also the ability for you to actually, so it replaces ClickFunnels, it replaces Kajabi and all that, and the ability for you to actually use this, okay? And you can actually create an audio marketplace. You can create your own Audible platform, for example. You can create services for authors, consultants, coaches, and stuff like that, where they can, publish their books and their audiobooks online. Or in fact, you can generate content for them, copywriting for them, and all that. You can do that. 50 different payment options are built into it, and the websites are hosted on basically Google and Amazon's award-winning platforms. So they're good to go, right? Now, I just want you to understand, right? When I say stuff like this, when you see the technology alone, and you're giving lifetime access for low one-time payment on this page. I'm posting the link in the chat box, humantalk.io/yes. I want you to understand that, this is enterprise-grade technology, okay, that we are integrating behind the scenes. In fact, let me actually show you how cool this is, okay, so that the investment that we are putting into it. So here is my Amazon cloud technology, where the HumanTalk technology is being used, and some of these websites are hosted that you're building. Anyways, so last month was 23,981. I'll actually refresh it. It's my name on the right, as you can see here, and all that. 23,981 and 21,888 this month. It's going to be 35, 40,000 easily. And if you check down here, you see this, where, it's refreshing here, this 832 actual instances servers running right now of this. So meaning we have right now on the fly, 800 different computers doing all the generation for your audio, for your HumanTalk, and also text and all this other stuff, right? This is what scalability means. When somebody talks about lifetime deals, please have them show you how much they're paying on their server costs and stuff like that. In fact, we got into Amazon's own startup accelerator program called Startup Migrate program, which basically is for high-end startups working on AI and some high-end technologies. And the beauty is, because of that, we have access to some of the greatest infrastructure out there before anybody else gets access to it. And this is the investment I'm making in you, because you need to understand, when you're talking generating high quality content, it's not cheap, right? As you probably know. And even 5 years down the line, you want to use it, okay, Paul is spending tens of thousands of dollars just on this technology alone for me. I know for a fact that I'm good and I'm taken care of, right? And I know for a fact that $297, there's no profit for us. There's not much out there. But if you get good feedback, good testimonials from you, we can get enterprise clients and stuff like that, which is great. And then we can sustain it. Even if it makes me a loss there, I can make it up with other businesses, which is not the case with a lot of other companies, right? What they do They create something, they promise the world, and then they're gone after a year or 2 years, and then you have no clue what to do next, right? Here, I'm been in this business for 15 years. There are technologies we built 7 years ago, still working fine, and there are other businesses I'm going to make up for it. And when we actually change this into a credits-based system or monthly subscription, which is gonna happen, okay? I'm going to guarantee you within the next few days, we've already mapped out the plan. This one-time payment option is going to be gone, and we're going to have a credits-based system where you're going to have to renew and refill your credits. Okay, so that means you pay $80 and you got, let's say, an hour worth of content, audio to create or whatever articles to generate or whatever, and then basically after that you have to refill it again and again and again. This is my best customers like yourself. That's why I want to go beyond, right, and above of whatever I can achieve, and I wanted to give back to you in a big way right now as we speak. Okay, so that you understand that I'm not joking around and I'm actually taking it seriously. So you can go to humantalk.io/YESES and get in and post a transaction in the chat box. Use the PayPal credit option in the United States or United Kingdom. I'll be happy to get you up and running and help you out every step of the way. And again, okay, and the secret is, right, and I've mentored so many people over the years, and just like you, the secret is, it's not about, for example, okay, it's such a snazzy thing or whatever. The secret is the mentorship and the coaching, the guidance along with the technology is what makes the difference. I've seen people, what they'll do, they'll be like, okay, audiobooks is great, okay, go pay this narrator $1,000 for your audiobook. Okay, now you're done, now go pay this ebook creator another $1,000 to write your content for you. Okay, now you're done, and then by the time you even know it, you're already a few $1,000s in, and it's too risky at that point. What I'm saying is, you just buy this one technology and everything else is done for you thereafter, and there's so many avenues for you to generate a revenue stream from it. Right now, I'm seeing some questions in the chat box. You can keep posting, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to announce the winners from the chat box as well. Okay, so the question I'm seeing here is, does it work in other languages? Yes. So you can generate audios in different languages other than English. You can also generate content in other languages outside of English as well. Now, another question is there training, Marcus asking, for the video marketplace? Yes, there's extensive training on that, how to use it. It's a full-fledged funnel builder, membership site builder, and all that good stuff backed by WordPress. It has thousands of templates built in, so it's very easy for you to use. If you've used WordPress before, I mean, it's so easy for you to do. We manage everything else for you, right? Now, another question is another question. If I get in right now, how does it work if I'm one of the winners? Okay, so you get in right now, I'll PayPal you whatever it costs. Like you say you're a $100 winner, I'll pay you $100. If basically you won the free copy, I'll PayPal you whatever it costs you to get in, right? The reason why that's easier is because, I'll even pay the fees for the PayPal and all that stuff. It's straightforward. I mean, refunding the purchase and all that's too much of a hassle for you and everybody involved. So, I'll just PayPal you, don't worry, okay, once I announce the winner. So you can keep posting your questions, but again, as I said, either way, get in. You're going to contribute us to make it better and better and improve things. As I said, we are more focused on flagship products right now. I've not even launched anything since the last 1 year right now. And the reason is we've been focused on this because I want you to get something that's worth your while and something that you can be proud of getting right now. Okay. Now, another question is basically, we're not doing any big launch, hype, hoopla, and all that mumbo jumbo stuff. We are basically doing it privately to my best customers because I cannot sustain this price for long. Okay, I just want to be clear, just so you understand it. The hard cost for us is about $80 a month when you create long audiobooks. I mean, you understand, there's no other platform out there which can generate long audiobooks, especially with emotions and all that stuff, and gives it for a one-time payment. The hard costs are just ridiculously expensive, and I'm giving you a 30-day no question money back guarantee on top, meaning you use up all the costs and then you leave. I mean, at the end of the day, it's costs that I'll never get back. But the reason why I'm confident is that when you use it, you go through our training, our mentorship, there's no way you're going to fail. Even if you do, at the very least, you get every single penny back, and you can to keep my bonuses that are worth a lot more too, right? And it's a win-win-win for you across the board, right? My goal is to make sure that you get results, right? With AI, I've seen this over the last 7 years I've been involved in AI, and next 10 years, I'm dedicated to it fully. The future is AI, whether you like it or not, okay? And if you want to just go all in on it and be the forefront, like in the early days of Google and early days of Facebook and early days of, for example, Amazon and all that, this is it. Don't delay, okay? Basically the supply and demand, as we like to call it, the amount of publishers publishing audiobooks, the amount of content creators creating content and stuff like that, and the number of consumers. Like right now, Audible alone, as of 2 years ago, there's 300 million people that are part of Audible as members. But the content is not even, I think, thousands of authors, like literally. Publishing audiobooks. That's a benefit that you take advantage of right away. Okay, that's the secret. That's how you're going to succeed when there's no competition in what you're trying to use this. Right now, the other question which is a really good question, is what happens if I get it tomorrow or day after? All I'm going to tell you is that the bonuses will be removed. Okay, it's straightforward, especially that one-on-one assistance and all that kind of stuff, because we can't handle it, right? I mean, imagine, right, like putting somebody to actually be there for you, guide you through the finish line, not cheap, and also very, very time consuming, right? So we're going to remove that. And of course, we're gonna change it into a monthly subscription and a credits-based system as well. So you're gonna miss out and gonna be kicking yourself. Even if you email us 100 times, we're not gonna give it to you, because this is only a one-off thing for early bird customers. Now, any updates we make, you're gonna be grandfathered in. Any version 2, version 3, you're gonna be grandfathered in. Any new voices we add, you'll be grandfathered in. You're not gonna be charged for version 2.0 like some doofuses do, where they charge you more money, or version 3.0, version 4.0, and all that. I wanna give you value. When you get it, you get all the updates for free, and you're going to be grandfathered in right now with no yearly fees, no monthly fees. But you come back later and you say, I want this, you're not going to get it ever. I want you to be very, very crystal clear here, because I'm doing the very best I can possibly do to give you value and to make sure that it's a no-brainer for you to get in. All right. Now I'm seeing some questions come in as well in the chat box. So again, keep posting them. I'll be picking them from the chat box, the winners, and I'll pick some winners as well in just a few minutes. Okay. Now the question I am seeing is that basically, which is really good, and I appreciate all the comments right now, is basically, how does the payment option this one right here, right, the payment option work? So the payment plan option basically works like this. You pay $69 today, and for the next 5 months, you're going to keep paying $69. Okay, it's 5 payments in total every 30 days, and then that's $345 in total. Now, that's a little bit more expensive, as you can see, compared to the $297 plan. And with $297 plan, you get that one-on-one assistance and that other bonus as well, which was that audio marketplace builder, because the hosting cost for that one is expensive, so we have to kind of limit that. But you're gonna either way be taken care of by our support team, your help desk, and all that. But if you want one-on-one hand-holding, one-on-one assistance on the phone, that sort of thing, you want to get in on this right here. Okay, there's nothing else out there, and we can actually be there to guide you to the finish line, right? And I'm very sure of the fact that at the end of the day, if you go through with this, as I mentioned before, if you're dabbling with something, you're not going to get results. Either you're in or you're out. If you're all in on this, go give it a shot, okay? And I'm going to do my very best to get you to the finish line. And the technology alone is worth it, but with my mentorship and coaching and the courses that you're getting access to as bonuses, is worth a lot more at the end of the day, right? Because you can keep them even if you decide it's not for you, and get every single penny back, all right? Now, another question is that Susan was saying, but it's not loading. Okay, so Susan, I posted the link in the chat box as well. Go to humantalk.io/yes. So for those like Susan who are basically wondering how to make the order and stuff like that, so let me walk you through the process, okay? So you can go to humantalk.io/yes. That's the link, right? You can go down and you can click on this, get instant access, and you're gonna come to the bottom here. So this is where the two options are available, like the HumanTalk Unlimited option and HumanTalk Payment Plan option. Okay, now basically, if you go into the $297 Unlimited option, you're going to click on this link right here. If it's the payment plan option, you're going to click on the link here, okay? So basically, the payment plan option is this orange button, and the one-time payment, $297, which is the cheapest option and the best one to get in, including that also comes to the PayPal credit option, is this one. So when you click on this right here, you're going to be asked for the currency. You can put the currency here, and then the discount is applied automatically. So you have a $200 discount that is here, and it's applied to the product right here, as you can see. Now, what's interesting here is that basically, if you use the PayPal option here and you check out, automatically it's going to allow you to do the PayPal credit option. Okay, this is basically 6 months, no payments, no interest in the United States. 4 months, no payments, no interest in the UK. Okay, so how this works, again, you can Google this as well. I mean, you can type in basically PayPal credit USA, and you'll see this. So if you're going to PayPal Credit USA, here you go. You can apply it as well from here, or you can apply it when you go in from the US. And basically, it's no payments, no interest for purchases above $99 for 6 full months of the purchases. And then if it's not paid in full in 6 months, that's when they charge interest. By then you should be getting results. I mean, at the end of the day, right? So effectively you're getting it for free today. And because of the fact that all the audiobooks that you're creating and publishing doesn't cost a single penny, they're going to pay you 70 to 80% royalties. Your actual outlay is nothing if you're in the United States or United Kingdom, which is awesome, right? If you're not in these two places, hey, it's still fine. I mean, you can go ahead and get it with your credit card or PayPal or whatever option you have. There's tons of them. We even have, basically, if you see here, we even have crypto as an option. So this is crypto. So you want to use that for payments, you can do that too. We have also Google Pay or Apple Pay as well as choices. Up to you. Okay, you decide whatever works for you, and you can do that right now. So you can do this through this process. Okay, so hope that helped for folks like Susan or whoever else was having issues ordering and that sort of thing. Now, another question is basically, and I'm seeing some questions. So what is the support link? So the support link is support@humantalk.io. And I'm going to show you that link right now. You see this on my screen right now. So that's the support email. So you go here, you can email us for any reason, no reason at all, up to you. No worries there. And now another question is, does everyone get the training about the audiobooks? Joseph was asking, yeah, even if you buy the payment plan or you buy the full pay, you're going to get the audiobooks training, because I think it's critical for you to succeed, so it doesn't matter, right? And now another question here is that basically, can I export it in different formats? Yeah, well, we're going to consolidate it and make it easy for you to export it in MP3 or WAV, one of those two, whichever is acceptable by the audio, in the audiobooks platform. So don't worry about that. Now, another question Therese was asking, what are bonuses of full pay as opposed to the partial? There's only two differences for the full pay. This is you get all the bonuses whether you get the full pay or the payment plan, except for two of them. So the two of them, basically, right, you're going to get this and all that. Only the two that you're not going to get because of the time commitment is basically one-on-one Skype mentorship and phone support. And also you're not going to get this audio and video marketplace builder, okay? Simply because there's web hosting costs here and you're getting unlimited hosting. It's there's a monthly fee we have to pay on your behalf and all that. And also this one-on-one mentorship and phone support is very difficult for us to, give, because let's say, for example, I have 8 working hours, my team has 8 working hours. Maybe we can handle 40, 50, 60 people in a given day, no more than that, right? That's why I cannot give it to everybody. And the beauty with this is those who value it understand the value of something like this, right? Having the ability to call somebody, having the ability to contact somebody, being there for you, guiding you through the process is the difference between success and failure. And I'm not talking about some group coaching or some group webinar type of thing. No, it's actually one-to-one. So that way, you never get left behind. You don't have to ever worry about some information overload and all this other technical mumbo jumbo stuff. Whatever you do, you're going to be set and you should be good to go. Okay. Now, again, one key thing I want to mention here so you understand, our goal is to get you results. So at the end of the day, you're going to get results one way or the other, but with this, it's going to be more faster, right? Because you have a mentor to guide you through the finish line, and, being in touch with somebody matters. Okay. And I've seen it. Like when I got started, I had one mentor. I was struggling for 3 years without one mentor. In 2 months, I made more revenue than I made in my whole life. Okay. And in the 3 years, I was just dabbling with things and it never worked around. With that mentor, I got to focus on what I need to do. It was the difference maker. Same thing can apply to you. Okay. Again, as I said, you have 30 days, no questions asked. Try it out. Use the mentorship, coaching, guidance as much as possible. And I'm here. I have your back either way, regardless. And I'll get you to the finish line. Okay. Don't worry. All right. So let's go in here. There's another link I'm going to show you. The other ones you're going to get access to regardless of the payment plan or not. Those are the two I cannot give to everybody because of hard costs involved there. Regardless, both of you get unlimited access as well to our HumanTalk technology. And the reason why it's so powerful is that, I've actually gone through and developed it with my team myself, right? So what I mean is, I don't have some spokesperson. I'm not some spokesperson representing some other developers. These are full-time people from my own team. That's why I can integrate it with other technologies. And secondly, and this has happened before, where we actually had, I'm just going to give you a quick story. We talked about HumanPal, right? We updated 3 times, gave it away for free to our lifetime users. In fact, we're changing into a monthly or credit-based system shortly. So you will be grandfathered in if you got that, right? Now, we actually had a couple of people tell us, look, we would love to get HumanPal to purchase it or, send some customers over to you, but, you have to basically or invest in it kind of thing. But you have to, right, charge people who got in a lifetime deal a monthly subscription now, because that's the only way you're going to make money. And I said no, because we don't need external money. I'm putting my own money, millions of dollars of my own money into these technologies. So I said no, because that's the thing, right? I don't have some big board or some venture capitalist to please. I'll want to please you, okay? And that matters, right? Because at the end of the day, I might lose out some opportunities, but getting you results matters, because we have great reviews and great feedback from people like you. You get great results. It's only going to help us spread the word and reach new heights, right? And that's the goal here, okay? So I posted a link in the chat box as well, so you can click on it and go there. All right, so let me announce some other winners. But before I do that, one question that came in, which is a good question, by the way, I'm seeing here, is that when are the weekly training sessions starting? KS Tan was asking. It's a good question, by the way. So basically, they're going to be in motion. Okay, so what I mean by that is this is how they're going to work. Okay, let's walk you through the bonuses here, right? So the 10-day step-by-step human talk success training, right? So how we're going to structure this is that we're going to spread these out a little bit, so that you have enough time to consume the information and actually get success. The first one we're going to start is this one, okay? The audiobooks publishing process, these live streams, because what we want to do is get you up and running with audiobooks, publishing them and all that. So this one will start in the next 48 to 72 hours or less. Again, you're going to get recordings if you are not showed up, because there's a weekends and some other things might come up in the middle, or holidays. That's why it's going to be in 48 to 72 hours, depending on which part of the world you're in, which day and all that. But this is going to be the first thing that's going to start. And then after that, we're going to start the 10-day training sessions, because this is straightforward. It's so easy to do. It doesn't require a lot of days. You can get up and running very quickly with this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to give you this AI prompts intensive course as well in one of the days, so that you can get access to it and be up and running. You don't have to implement this right away, but it's good to have, right? It's going to help you out. And I'm going to make it so simple. I'm not going to waste 30 hours going and rolling over things. It's going to be so easy that you'll understand. It's like teaching you how to fish, right? If you understand the logic behind how the AI looks at prompts, then you never have to go through another course on prompts or AI content generation, or getting the algorithms to work for you and stuff like that. Okay, it's straightforward. So this is going to be the next, and then we're going to do the 10-day training sessions, because they will build upon these, right? And go into different topics, because not everybody might want to create audiobooks. Some of you want to do affiliate marketing. Some of you want to do podcasts. Some of you want to probably create content and videos and stuff like that with these voices and stuff like that. So we're going to be covering all those in this 10-day step-by-step training session. So that's the workflow. That's how the schedule will work. Okay. Now another question is basically, I am excited and I want to get up and running, but I'm being just so much information overload, so many shiny object syndromes out there. What do I do? Okay. I just want you to understand the reason why you have shiny object syndrome and all that is because people make it too complicated, right? Let me explain. If you understand that you go in to the HumanTalk application, let's do that right now, you and I together, right? You go in and you took a public domain book, you took in, let's say, for example, I'm here, you took the content that is created here, right? Whatever, doesn't matter, any content, even the ChatGPT content. Let's say you like ChatGPT for any reason. I don't know why, but even if you like it, sure, you can come in, you can pick who you like. Let's say, for example, I don't know, I'm just randomly going to pick, okay, he's hopeful. You want to create a hopeful thing with Jason, click next, right click, copy paste, right? Like so, I agree. And then click next. And then now, right, while I'm giving it a name, well, before I could even write the name, it's already done. So part one, audio book on diet, I don't know, whatever it might be. Click save. That's it. Really, I mean, isn't that awesome? So like you create it and now you can merge multiple together and all that. If you can see yourself being able to do this, that's it. No complications. There's only that much. Like, and you could have added like 10,000 features, but the simplicity and speed is what's going to get you results. If you had to wait for 10 hours or 5 hours or whatever for this to generate, it's not going to help you much, because time is more valuable than money, right? Speed, quick. That's the goal here, right? Get you up and running. You can create audiobooks that are like an hour long, 30 minutes long in just 3 minutes or 5 minutes, right? Same thing with this content generation. You just put one keyword. If you can see yourself like in any language, you can just put, our prompts too is a little bit more advanced, but even on the basic side, keto diet, ideas for 40-year-old men, let's say, I don't know. right? And you'll click on it, and automatically it's going to generate basically the content for you. If you can see yourself being able to do this, simple, right? And if you just copy and paste yourself, it's as good as possible, right? This is the reason why we have such high success rate more than anything else out there, simply because, right? You see that? Pretty cool. Simply because it's simple. And I've made it my point because it's much harder from our end to develop something that is easy than it is to develop something complex, right? Because behind the scenes, there's a lot of stuff happening. Like, for example, the fact that, like, let's go here, I'll show you. You go in here, let's say like Jason here, or let's say Jane, okay? Let's say Jane, we want to do whispering voice, whatever, like next, right? And then we go in, we got this content. Let me just paste it, right, multiple times, right? And let's do 10 minutes worth of content, right? Like you see here, and click I agree. Okay, cool. Click next. By the time I even give it name, right? Part 1 audio book on keto diet, right? By the time I'm even writing the name, already it's done. Okay, you see this? Already it's done. Click save. This right here, this alone, right? This takes us months and months of development to make it so fast. Okay, behind the scenes, a lot of work being happening. You probably have no idea. I know because we developed it. I was there. So that is what I want to explain to you. The gurus out there, they complicate things too much because they know that if you don't use the application, then basically because it's so hard to do, you're going to blame yourself, right? You're going to think, okay, it's my fault. I'm not smart enough. All I'm saying is that's on purpose. They do it on purpose. It should be easy. There should be no excuse on your part, right? If you can do it and you can see yourself doing it, which I'm showing you right now on the fly, then at the end of the day, isn't that awesome? Like, for example, watch this. I can do all these parts, right? Let's see this. Part 1, right? Part 2, right? Then this one. You can mix and match and merge, by the way. This one. Click combine. And let's say I want to create a 1 hour long audiobook. 1 hour audiobook. Let's say it's chapter 1, right? And I'm going to put pausing between voices so that it's more natural, so it doesn't look abrupt. So click create. Look at this, right? You're going to be blown away because behind the scenes, right, we made it so fast. Look at that. It's done. It took me 3 seconds to create one audiobook. Little things like this is what makes it easy for you to succeed, okay? Behind the scenes, for us, it takes months to do this. For you, it's so easy, yes, but that's the beauty, right? Because you can see yourself accomplishing great things with it, right? Because it's so straightforward, so simple, and it's right in front of your eyes, right? I mean, it's not complicated. It's not rocket science, right? Straightforward. So that's what I want you to do. That's what we did unique here. That's what will be a game changer for you because that's going to basically give you a path to follow, right? And basically give you the action plan to follow and succeed, right? And that's what we've done. And I wanted to make it so easy as possible, okay? Now, basically that's the beauty here, right? And what we did, actually, we experimented a lot. So we found out that 10-minute audio takes us maybe like 30 seconds to do. A 30-minute audio takes us maybe an hour. So instead, you just create 10-minute videos. That's 100 minutes. It's going to take you just 3 minutes. So you see that? That's optimization. That's speed, right? It's going to help you get results faster than ever before, right? Now, another question is basically, how long does support take to respond? We'll get back to you as soon as possible. We have about 15 hours worth of coverage per day. So they should be getting back to you very quickly, okay? If you're having any login issues or anything like that too, our team is very, very quick. We'll get back to you as soon as possible, so don't worry there. How do we basically get the best results possible? What are some strategies that we can do to get the best results possible and some stuff like that? And all I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to simplify this for you so that you can apply this right after the end of this webinar and start implementing, okay? So the simple fact is, again, I make this case quite a bit of times, and a lot of times, because I get some flack for this as well, actually. And the reason why is that I believe simplicity, like the more simple you make things, right? The more simple you make things, the more likely it is that you're going to get success, right? The more complicated you make it, the more likely you're not going to get success. It's just common sense, right? So in line with that, I made this technologies as simple as possible for you to succeed. Now, sometimes what's going to happen is even though I've made it as easy as possible, you might still complicate it, right? And I get it. Happens because sometimes, my level of experience and expertise maybe not as much as yours, or the other way around, basically, right? I have 15 years of experience, maybe you don't. So I might think things differently. Maybe something's easy for me, not for you. So to simplify that, okay, just to simplify that, just so that we're on the same page, what I recommend to do is this. When you get in on something, right, you give it everything you've got. And it might only be a week or 2 weeks of your time. When you give everything you've got, you got momentum, right? When you get momentum, everything else becomes easy thereafter, because people who have momentum and focus, it just really, really catapults you to the next level, because momentum is everything, right? And the way you get momentum is you gotta lap onto the latest trends where they leverage points, as you like to call it, or just be simplified, where the supply and demand, meaning there's 300 million Audible users, but there are only thousands of actual publishers. Well, that is a good opportunity for you, right? Meaning, even if you mess up, you do everything wrong, just for the fact that you have a few audiobooks in there is going to help you get more traffic, more leads, more sales than ever before, right? Same thing. Even if you mess up, you do everything wrong when your video or your audios or your content that you're publishing has emotions in it and it can captivate people's attention, you're going to get more traffic, leads, and sales than everybody else, right? Simple as that. Now, on that same token, I get this question quite a bit, and I'm seeing that in the chat box as well. A couple of people were asking this question, is how can you sustain this thing as a lifetime deal long term? All I'm going to tell you is it's very simple. This right here, we're giving to you like literally at break-even cost. We're not going to make much profit off of it. It just doesn't make sense when we give you unlimited access, lifetime access, and stuff like that. But thing is, I've been in business for 15 years, right? And I've seen this again and again and again. When we give value to customers, we get value back, right? From the universe, from God, whatever the case is, whatever your belief systems are. So when we give you value, we get back 10 times over, right? So that's the goal here, to give you as much value as possible so that when you get it and you get results, you're happy and you get progress too, you know? Results happen in different stages. For somebody, it can happen literally after 10 years of effort in a single day, right? Single day. For somebody, it might happen in the very first month they're trying something. What is the difference? Mentorship is the difference, so that you don't avoid, you basically avoid all the mistakes that somebody else has made, and you can walk through that process, right? That's what I'm going to make sure that I train you on everything, because that's what I'm saying. If you're putting $297 today and you don't get at least $600 back in the next 30 days, and you're making some profit out of it, hey, get every single penny back, leave. At least you got an asset that you have, a digital marketing asset where these audiobooks will keep generating you passive income long term. And on top of that as well, you have that content generation system that all the content you've ever created is yours to keep. All the bonuses that I have for you, yours to keep, the training and mentorship. So you don't have to spend $2,000 in some other guru course or something who has no clue what it is about AI, right? And a lot of people ask me, what is the future of AI? I'm going to tell you right now, as I stand, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to have a situation where you're going to have graphic designers replaced. You're going to have web designers replaced, right? You're going to have, for example, transcribers, right? People who do transcription services, they're going to get replaced. You're going to have copywriters replaced. You're going to have content writers, article writers and stuff replaced, right? You're going to have customer service people replaced in the future. So all these people will be replaced. And you know what? You know how you're going to be up to speed? You're the one who are going to be leveraging the AI before anybody else. So that way you're going to be up to speed with things, right? Recently, I met a mentor who's consulted with all the successful people out there. And what he told me was very interesting. If you look at history, right, the difference maker, right, if you look at all the successful people out there, they got an edge over everybody else. So for example, Bill Gates from Microsoft, the only reason why he succeeded was by the time he was 8 years old, he had access to a computer, right? These mainframe IBM computers, because he came from a relatively well-off family. And because of that, he had an unfair advantage. The person who created OpenAI, the GPT-3 and the Chat GPT thing, Sam Altman, by the time he was 8 years old, he was already using a computer, he was already programming, right? So he was in the right place at the right time and the right skills, right? In the case of Steve Jobs, the same thing. A lot of these people, when they hit the jackpot because they were in the early stages of something, right? The AI phase, to be really clear with you, is only a year and a half old, right? Because the breakthrough happened in the last year and a half with generative AI. So what's going to happen is, it's like the early days of Google. A lot of people are still trying to figure out where the profit is, where the potential is and all that. And a lot of people don't even believe in it. They're just, go back to the old ways of doing things. Once the hype dies down, which it always does, next few months, people will move on to some other new fad, some other new thing, right? But those who stick around, will be the early adopters and the early founders, right? And those will be the ones who get all the results. And if you believe in that, and if you understand and you agree with me that if you're the early stage person who's in it before anybody else, and I'm the right person to mentor you, give it a shot. I mean, you're nothing to lose and everything to gain. But if you're not sure yet, you feel AI is just a fad, you're going to move on to some other thing that's going to come in soon, some other guru course or something, and confuse yourself more, and you give up because you're too overwhelming, hey, this is not for you. Go ahead, move on to something else, because what's going to happen is you're going to move on to something else, moving on to something else, something else. And by the time you've done that, I've already mastered it, right? And people like me who are in this live webinar right now, who have stuck to it, right? And would have mastered it, and we'll be that, that Bill Gates or that, Sam Altman or all these other people out there who had that edge, right? Meaning the edge was they did things before anybody else, they focused on it before anybody else, and they had belief in it before anybody else, right? Because back in the day, who knew that programming would be big, right? 30 years ago. For example, when Steve Jobs from Apple and all these guys started, who knew that computers would be big, right? In the mobile app developers, and people in social media, who knew that mobile devices, smartphone devices will be so big, right? The people who stuck to it ended up becoming really, really successful. So the revolution of AI will be the same thing. Maybe it's not going to be 2 years from now. Maybe it's going to be 5 years from now. But the point is, because of the fact that you're positioned right now as a pioneer in it, whether you're in this technology or not, even if you take a refund and get every single penny back, I don't care. The point is, you're going to be in the forefront of this technology, which is going to give you a competitive advantage long term. And by long term, I'm talking it's going to set you up for life, okay? Because when 5 years from now, 10 years from now, people are scrambling because their agency or consulting business is not doing well. They're unable to generate as much money as possible because Google rankings have dried up. They're not, advertising costs have gone up, or even they're not able to get a job anymore because they're obsolete now. AI has replaced them. Then you will be the one who'll be thinking, I understood this ahead of time. I was prepared for myself and my family, and I was the right place at the right time, and I focused on it. And that'll set you apart. And I'm going to tell you that basically with 100% confidence, right? Because I've seen it again and again and again. Our space is all about cycles, right? Being an online entrepreneur, things are fast paced. The people who are early stage adopters end up making a killing. In 2005, 2006, those who could design a website, right? There were not many website designing tools or funnel builders, all this other stuff then. You had to use like cumbersome stuff like Front Page, Dreamweaver, and these hard to use things. If you could build a website, you would make money. I built one of the first sports websites back in the day, and my site ranked on Google and getting thousands and thousands of visitors. And then, I got into this industry so easily because I was in the right place at the right time, right? Later on, when, for example, different distribution platforms came in like ebooks and stuff like that. I was one of the first people in the industry to create ebooks in different niche markets, and I succeeded because I did it early before anybody else, right? And you can leverage this because that's going to allow you to have momentum going forward because you have money and leads and customers coming in. I was one of the first people to talk about Facebook advertising back in 2007, 2008. At that point in time, when iPhone came in, the smartphone devices came in, 2008, 2009, there was a game called Farmville, which is like a video game on Facebook. And basically I created a fan page for it, and I promoted it as an affiliate, meaning I was not even my product, using Facebook advertising, and it made a killing then, right? And it was just an ebook on how to be good at that video game, right, on Facebook. So my point I'm trying to make here is that those who are early and those who understand it get the momentum, and they get all the attraction and all the attention and all the results, right? And I'm not good at everything. I'll be clear with you. I've been clear with you because I've never sold a blockchain course, never sold a cryptocurrency course, never sold a stock trading course. I could do it and make a lot of money, but I understand that I need to be focused, right? And you need to be focused as well. And if I confuse you with too many things, like a virtual reality course, augmented reality course, all this other stuff, or software, you're not going to have the focal point of what's important, right? And if you believe in what I'm saying and it makes sense to you, right? The fact that we want to have the fundamental, the revolutionary things that's going to happen, that's going to change the world, then you have to take action right now, okay? Because that's going to separate you from everybody else. It's going to be the same way as somebody who was 8 years old 30 years ago learning how to code. big game changer for them. Machine learning and AI right now, just so you understand, recently I had a call with really someone high up in Amazon, and we were having a chat. They told me that right now the machine learning and AI space, which is what this whole thing is, right? AI voiceovers, AI content generation, is so hot right now that they've never seen this much interest across other industries and everybody else ever. The last time they've seen it was when iPhone was introduced and mobile apps started coming in, right? That's how far along. We're talking almost, what is it, 15 years ago, right? This is the latest trend, and you want to get it from the right source and not a bunch of these fake experts and gurus will keep jumping on different opportunities just to basically give you $2,000 courses to jump the wave and then only to leave you high and dry and leave. I've been consistent with my messaging. You know it. If you followed me around for the last few years, I've been very clear. There was so much like, when the cryptocurrency hype came in, blockchain hype came in, we had so much money offered to me to go after it, give you courses and promote it and stuff. And I avoided it. The reason why it is because, first of all, it's not my thing. I'm not fully focused on it. And secondly, if I did do that, it's going to take away from my focus, which is to talk about video creation, building an agency or consulting business on the internet, and also basically building an online business, which is legitimate and also something that will grow over time, right? If you look at it, I was one of the first people always talking about AI back in 2016, 2017. And it's just that now it's just public has caught on to it since that ChatGPT became viral and all that, right? And the AI awards with Google and Microsoft has become public. Now everybody knows. But I've been in the early stages always talking about it. And I can tell you, we're still in the surface level. You're not too late, okay? I know sometimes you might think, am I too late at this? No, because what's happening now is just the early adopters understand it, right? People who are tech savvy, programmers, and all these folks. But there are a lot of industries out there like healthcare, real estate, insurance, brick and mortar businesses like pizza places, right? And service sector like hotels and all that. They have no clue what this AI thing can do, what it can achieve. And these industries will slowly catch on to it, right? And just like how mobile apps became common, cloud computing became common, this is what's going to be happening, okay? So if you agree with me and it's making sense what I'm talking about, jump in on this. At the very least, you'll feel like you were at the right place at the right time, okay? At the very least, you'll be in a situation where there'll be no excuses 3 years down the line where you felt, oh, I heard about it. I wish I jumped in on it. I had no information. I was not clear on what to do, okay? So hope that is clear. Hope that is making sense, okay? I'll answer a couple other questions while I'm here, and after that, we'll be closing this webinar down. So make sure you do that. I'm here, I'm live, so that I can be clear on it, okay? Now another question is, okay, which is a really good question that I have. I cannot afford the $297. What do you suggest? Hey, $69, try it out. Think of it like a pitch-in fee, $69 to try it out, okay? You have 30 days to test drive it. If you don't get any results, I'll give you that $69 back. And also, for that matter, I'll give you all the bonuses as well, which are a lot more than the $69, right? That you're getting access to. Is there for your convenience. I can tell you for a fact that's why I'm doing this, so that I don't have to do it, right? I would have made more money otherwise, but I just want to be clear that there's no excuse on your part why you shouldn't be getting it, okay? Of course, you may be missing a couple of bonuses like that one-on-one mentorship and all that, but hey, that doesn't matter, right? I mean, you still have your back and you're still good to go. At the very least, you can tell yourself you gave it a shot, right? And think of it like a pitch-in fee where you can see for yourself if it's worth it or not. If it's not worth it, no hard feelings at all. I want you to look at it like this, right? If, for example, you got the best mentor with the best coaching, best mentorship, and the best tools coming in for just $60-$70, right? In this case, and you got it, that's worth it for you because it's going to eliminate a lot of other distractions, right? A lot of other mumbo jumbo stuff. So that means effectively, because of that elimination that is happening, it'll save you thousands of hours of headaches and stuff like that down the line, okay? That is how I want you to look at it. If that makes sense, go ahead, jump in, get that $69 payment plan, because you're going to be kicking yourself later. Because when it becomes a credit-based system, you're going to buy it anyways, because this technology is unlike anything else out there. There's nothing like this out there. In fact, I was trying to show this to you earlier. A lot of people are asking me, can you show me some other competitors or something else like that? So I wanted to actually show you something here real quick, okay? There are, like say, for example, if you wanted to do this from scratch, if you want the content creator, for example, so let's say, for example, you wanted to create the content creator. Well, there's this Jasper technology, right? And again, with this $99 a month for 100,000 words per month, 300,000 is 279. It gets on, and there's also custom pricing and stuff like that. And it adds up quite a bit here. Now, in the case of text to speech, there's only one technology might even come close, which some customers have mentioned, which is 11 Labs. And this one right here is $99 a month for 500,000 characters, so just about 5 hours. So how you have to do is characters to minutes. So in this case, it's 500,000, right? So 500,000 characters. Let's do the simple math for $99 a month. And so how you do it is you go to Google, and so I'll show you that right now, actually. So you go to Google, and then you do characters to words. So characters to words. So that's 500,000, right? 500,000. So you do 500,000. Characters, which is 76,923 words. Then you go back, and then you do words to minutes, okay? And then you go do that, and then you click on this, 76,923, it's 591. Again, you go back to the calculator, and then you just do simple math. Because I know when they say 500,000, it sounds like a lot. It's not. So 591 minutes divided by 60 minutes is just about 9 hours, because sometimes you may make mistakes and all that kind of stuff. Just 9 hours is $99 per month. So it's basically they're charging you $10 per hour, right? Basically for every hour of content that you're creating, audio you're creating. And this is just one of the cheaper things out there, actually more expensive things out there as well. So the reason why I'm showing you this is what you got to deal with. This is why nobody creates audiobooks. This is why nobody is publishing stuff out there, because they're getting stuck halfway through, right? Now again, the same thing is that if you are happy paying $99 a month, go ahead, be my guest, not a problem at all. And our system will only get better and better, because it's created by entrepreneurs, marketers, right, copywriters, for people like you. So it's easy to use and straightforward, no confusion, no mumbo jumbo stuff, right? So again, go here right now, humantalk.io/YESYES, and I'll I'll guide you through the process. Now, the other thing is, like, I saw another question here, which is just a pretty good question, is can I pay next week? Well, you can. Just one important thing, as I mentioned, the lifetime deal for that $297 will probably be gone. Okay, we already have a plan out. In the next few days, we're going to remove it, put a credits-based system. It's the only way this thing can be sustainable. And the other thing is the bonuses will be removed as well. If you're okay with that, go ahead. If you're not okay with that, then just at least get the $69 payment plan. I mean, you got $69, right, to try it out. What do you got to lose? Instead of buying like some, you know what's gonna happen. I know when people see it, I'm like, oh, like I want to do this. You're gonna be in this situation. You're gonna buy something for $49 or $29. They're gonna be upsell 1, upsell 2, upsell 3, upsell 4, upsell 5, and this other thing. And then by the time you know it, you're already spending thousands of dollars, and you're still having to buy more stuff, right? Here you get everything. You just buy it, you get login access right away. No other mumbo jumbo stuff. You get everything right away. Okay, no confusion, no mumbo jumbo stuff. Okay, if that you feel that is no confusion, straightforward application, it's worth it for you, right? So hope that is clear. Okay, now another question is, I came in a little bit late. Will I get the replay? I'll try to get it out to you. I'm not sure, but you can also basically find that live stream in our Facebook group as well. So if you checked it out, you can do it. Now, the other question as well is basically, which is basically, how do I get access to that payment plan? So it's already on that page. It's, we go to humantalk.io/yes, it's on, we got two options to check it out on that page. I also put a link, so you can go to your browser and type it, or you can click on the link that I have right here on the link. Okay, now another question is basically is some feature requests that I'm getting, okay, which is basically, I believe Greg was asking. Yeah, so your feature request, Greg, so let us know in the support team. We're gonna have a roadmap as well coming up. Based on all this feedback, we're going to put it up. The thing is that based on how many people want that feature, we're going to implement it, okay? We're serious about this project. I mean, we invested a lot of time, money, resources, and I personally worked on it for many, many, many months. So I know how much effort that we put in on this. So obviously, we want to make it as good as possible. So we'll be taking your feedback in and go up and running there. Now another question is, will your AI writer write short children's stories? Yes, Sonia, it writes everything you can imagine. Same, I would say it's a little bit better than ChatGPT because it is not having those filters and this, guardrails as it's known as. So they have unintended consequences when they're putting like so many restrictions on things, right? So it may not write the proper kind of things. There might be restrictions on certain industries. So that's the reason why. Now another question is basically. How accurate is a translator? It's very accurate. We use like very high-end technology to the translation, so you should not have any issues with the translator. Jamal was asking. Okay, so I think that those are the main questions that I'm saying. Again, if I missed out any questions, just you can email our support team, or alternatively, you can also post here. I'll be answering them via chat in just a bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is one final thing I'm going to mention here, and then after that, I'll be ending this webinar. So one final point I want to tell you is if this is the year you want to make the best year ever possible, have the right mentor who has been consistent throughout the years on one topic. So I'm the world's best at it because of that focus that I've had, right? And secondly, you want to get the technology where there's no limitations on your potential, your creativity with no monthly fees. And thirdly, you want to basically get fast results with simplicity, right? You can even use this technology even without watching the tutorials. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can do that in just the next couple of minutes, right? That's how quick and easy it is to use. When it's easy to use, then literally you can see yourself getting results, right? Now, I'll do everything in my power to mentor you, coach you, and get you to the finish line. I need full commitment from you to focus on this, okay? I know you have it in you. I believe in you. I'm obviously, because I've worked with people just like you. What I've seen is that everybody has that spark in them. The only problem is they pick the wrong vehicle. I've done this mistake, believe me, okay? I've always done where I've seen somebody selling something for $9. I've seen somebody selling it for like $19 or $15 something. And then I thought, okay, it's a cheaper version. I'm going to go buy it. And then I realized that person is out for a quick buck. They didn't have a track record of decades and decades of going through the pain, going through ups and downs and stuff like that. And these people are moving around 100 different things. I've done that, right? And then what happens is you lose crucial time, focus, and momentum, right? And then what happens is that you feel like you saved some money, but in reality, you wasted a lot of time. Time is infinitely more important than money, right? You know it very well. So if you're thinking about like AI, even beyond just audiobooks and stuff like that I've shared you, I'll be teaching you how to look at AI in a more fundamental basis and a more futuristic basis. Because if you can see the future, then basically it's like you're winning the game of life, right? So to see the future, you gotta basically be really, really good at that topic, right? Like AI and that sort of thing, which I believe I am. So I can help you with that, okay? If you feel that way, then get in on this and be on the forefront of the next generation, right? And that way there's no excuse on your part. All your family, your friends, they'll be lagging behind. Your peers will be lagging behind because you're in the right place at the right time. You went all in on something that, I believe 100% that it's going to be the future. Some people don't, right? Like a 50 to 60% of the world doesn't. Well, that will put you as a pioneer, right? As a contrarian thinker, and that's going to separate you from everybody else automatically in a few years from now, right? When it becomes a reality. So that said, hope you have a great year, Nat. Very well. Get in right now. I know you might need to watch the audio previews and some other things as well on that page. So go there, humantalk.io/yes. You can preview some things. And of course, you might need some time to read through. So I'm going to give you 20 minutes after this call is done so that you can read things and get in. Just make sure that you email our bonus link after you get in so that we know you came into the webinar. So that bonus at humantalk.io, or you can even email the support team and we'll be happy to give you access to the bonuses. Give me about 48 hours to fulfill them, simply because I have to manually check your transaction rate to see if you came on the webinar on that particular time and got it, or you emailed our support team saying you joined the webinar, that kind of thing, right? Just so I can reward people who are in the live webinar. All right, so that's it. I'll be here for another few minutes to answer your questions via chat, but in any event, go to this link that you see on your screen right now, and also email our support team if you have any support related questions here. Basically support@humantalk.io, and we'll be happy to assist you. I'll be here to answer your questions via chat. But that said, have a great day wherever you're in the world. I wish you all the best. I look forward to getting to know you personally and get you to your goals, whatever your goals might be. And I'll do my very best to get you to your goals. Okay. So have a great day wherever you're in the world. I wish you all the best, and I'll talk to you very, very soon.